You guys are tuned in to the Lyrical Fix Podcast with your host, Sade.
And Kid Pro.
And it is episode 79.
It's motherfucking good out there, world. What's good, Sade?
Oh, you're mad low.
Am
Okay, you're good now. You're good.
I? All right. What's good, buddy? How you doing?
Chilling.
Yeah?
Oh, wrapped in wires as usual. Oh, okay, I'm good now. Sorry.
Right up. All good. When we get right to it, actually, you already know what the fuck it is. At Lyrical Fix Pod on IG, at the Lyrical Fix on Twitter, Lyrical Fix Podcast on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to check us out. Anchor, Audio Mac, Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, all them big ass sites. At pretty much every podcasting site that you can find out there. Just search for us. We'll be in there. And if we're not, let us know. Make sure if you do find us to like, rate, comment, subscribe, 5-star ratings, or 6, or however, whatever the highest star rating is on your preferred app of podcast viewing.
Mm-hmm.
Just make us look good out there, man. Give us a little positive comment in there. No little bullshit. We appreciate all y'all, but if you're saying some negative shit, fuck you. And it's the motherfucking gang, man. At Written by Sade, at I Am Kid Pro, otherwise known as Pro and Sade.
Yep.
Let's get right into some fuckery. How we doing? I'm a little... I'm not saying out of it, just a little relaxed. I'm very, very zen today. I had the whole day to myself.
Really?
Yeah, my youngest went out with his aunt to go handle some errands for the baby shower that we have Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the house to myself. My oldest went to school, came back, and then stayed in his room, kept to himself.
Yeah.
And I realized that I pretty much was bored out of my fucking mind because I was so used to just taking care of a kid every day.
Yeah.
And to not have that, I'm like, I didn't know what to do with myself. I mean, I got some editing done. I ended up doing some laundry, just passing the time, doing little errands around the house. But at some point, I was like, yeah, I got nothing to do. Like, it was just weird. I'm just so used to being on that, 2-hour break and then getting back to shits and watching over a young kid. And I didn't have that today, and it felt kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost felt worthless for a second. So it was super weird. And then I just...
Especially for a weekday, like a day that you're usually with them.
Yeah, no. So it felt super weird. But then I got to see videos of what he was doing. He went out to a park because it was really nice out today. He was with other kids, his cousins. So he had a really good time. So it was just nice for me to see that. Yeah. So it was dope to have some time off and then just to see that he was having some fun. So once the weather clears up, I'm going to be taking him out more.
Nice.
Yeah. How about you? What's up?
Nothing really. Really nothing happened. Besides, the shit with, between me and you.
Yeah.
And then the show. It's been chilling. Trying not to... I feel a lot better. A lot of, what was it?
Spiritually?
Yeah. A lot of... I mean, I still have more things to discover. But as far as being down in the dumps like I was for, most of February... I'm not letting it's different now.
Yeah.
Before it was a lot of letting people kind of affect me and their emotions and the whole empath shit. Now it's I'm back to just somebody not feel okay, cut it out. That's it.
Okay.
Just kind of not letting it
bring
me down.
You.
Yeah.
Just
at the show I was able to just ignore everything.
Right.
And then my friend who's going through some personal shit all of February, that shit just really fucking brought me down. And then doesn't really bother me anymore. So
okay, no, that's good to know. Yeah, you seemed in good spirits during that show.
Yeah,
it was a good time.
I was good. I was happy. I was worried walking in there, being around so many people because Saint's birthday party. It was a lot for me to deal with that, especially that was the time where I just felt super sensitive, but not easily offended. Not that type of sensitive, but just sensitive, and it was a lot going on, and I just felt I just felt lightheaded and dizzy. But yeah, no, the party was fine. The show was fine. I was good with that.
Show was fine.
I was good by then.
Shout out to the freedom fighters,
yes.
for making that happen. Shout out to Vision, Freedom, and DQ.
Did it the other way too. Sorry.
No, they're very dope people. We've seen them at other events. This is the first time I've went to one of their events.
Yeah, same.
The Dream Building Edition. Shout out to Thorough, them dudes for DJing.
Yeah.
And all the artists, all the vendors. There were a lot of vendors.
There was a lot of vendors. The girl with the drinks, I gotta check Freedom's page or their collective page to find her, because I think I was talking to her. I think I might have her at Check It. I told Vision, I was like, yo, I'm snatching Homegirl for a Check It, and he just laughed. It was good to see Vision, because we've talked in the past, and it was good to kind of catch up with him for a little. And yeah, that was cool. V was the first time meeting her. She was cool as shit. And then Freedom, I haven't seen him in a while, so it was cool to like chop it up with him too.
Word, it was good to go back out there and do a set. It's been a minute since the Check It show. I haven't done a set, and I thought it was gonna be a little rusty, which there's always room for improvement. And there were little things that were going on. I could get into the whole story, but it's just like I've already.
At this point, oh no, yeah, you went off on Twitter. I didn't even notice. I got an alert for one of them, and then then everything else. So when I like looked through, I was like, holy shit, yeah.
So it's a lot. Vomiting out everything I felt. Whatever. I mean, in short, I was supposed to go on, and there was some miscommunication. So it took having to cut the audio off. People were dancing, and then there was music off for like supposed to be 2 minutes. 2 minutes turned to 5, 5 turned to 10, and then I don't know how much else.
I don't think it was 10 minutes. Was it 10 minutes?
I think total. At some point, total 10 minutes of just silence, and everything was fine until people just started chanting no music.
No, I mean it wasn't fine because everybody was just like, okay, like, and at first, yeah, we thought it was gonna be quick, and then it seemed like a quick fix, but then I noticed Yost like trying to scratch and nothing was coming out.
Nothing. It was like, making a noise, like it was registering, but it just wasn't coming up in the speakers. It wasn't hitting the speaker, yeah. Yeah, so. Yeah. But once that happened, shit went good. I was just my regular self on stage. It's just all those feelings I used to have just came back. Not to mention I was riled up from like everything that was happening in the past 5 minutes. Yeah. But I had fun and did my thing. Did an interview right afterwards with Rap Review. Shout out to him, to Thomas.
Rapper with the U.
Rap with the RAPPURVIEW. Rap Review. Shout out to him. He interviewed me, Yost, and also Saint. Yeah. Good peoples. And it was fucking dope. The event also was for the Newark Water Coalition. That was also very dope. And they just got shouted out by Complex earlier this week, I think. Nice. Today.
I know. I think there was some V does work with them.
Yeah,
like a lot of work. Yeah, or I don't know if all three, but I know V for sure.
Well, it has something to do. Jaden Smith like visited Newark. Yeah. And like was showing off one of the water dispensers that he had created, that he was a part of, and just showed people like, hey, if we have this box water, it's a reusable water bottle, and every time you like dispense water, it lets you know how many water bottles you just saved by going this way. Oh, nice. So it was pretty dope to see that. So shout out to them, man. Great event. It was at a VFW like setting. We have to check it, so it kind of seemed like, regular thing.
It was all open. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And it was a good fucking time, man. It was mad hot inside, so as soon as you stepped outside, mad cold.
Oh my god, there's one point I went outside to go take the table. Joe was there from therapy without a degree, and he's just like, are you leaving? I'm like, no, just packing up the car. So as I'm coming back, my glasses fogged up so fast, and I was just like, Jesus. I think somebody caught me. I think it was Vil or somebody, and they were just laughing at me because I literally just kept shaking my head like I can't see shit.
You had the mask on too?
Yeah, walking in. Like, I took the mask off when I was outside, but walking in, I had the mask on. And what was I going to say? It was cool to see some people I haven't seen in forever. I know we were getting on Ron. I'm when my hi to him was like, oh my God, the ghost for real. I was like, he was like, shut up.
Don't be a stranger.
And we're just yelling at him, don't be a fucking stranger.
Right? No, it's all love.
Did you see when I ran back to him? I was like, no, we're just joking. We love you.
Yeah.
And he just laughed. He's like, no, I love y'all too, or whatever. I forgot what the fuck he said.
Shout out to him, those other performers, Outliers, Young Benny, Sade. Yeah. Shit. Who else am I missing? Just a whole bunch of other people that was there. It was a great fucking time, man. It was good. It was, got to do the set with Yost. Yeah. Yost kept a cool head even when all that shit was going down, and we killed it. Shout out to Saint that came along and did Black Noir. It was the first time we did it live.
Yeah, shout out to Sade, who I haven't seen in forever.
Yeah, man.
And I asked him, I was like, because we're catching up, and I'm like, I was like, have you performed lately? Like, I feel like you've, I was like, yeah, like you've been kind of like quiet, like, you got your freestyles and shit, but you been a little quiet. And he was like, nah, he hasn't performed since my show, and that was like the VFW when I had it there.
Oh, so shit.
That might have been
November?
March. November was Clifton. Was that
November
media
was
plate?
Clifton. All right, you're right. I'm thinking it was December.
Yeah, he hasn't. He hasn't been there since I think before we shut down or the anniversary show. 2 year. Yeah. Fucking wild.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was chopping up with him. Got to talk to a few people. That girl with the drinks, that shit was good. There was one that like tasted like fucking gross. It was like wine and whatever. Cause I seen maybe like 2 people with the purple like Capri Sun pouch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, it's probably like grape or something. Then I go to get another one. It was funny because Danny texted me. I saw it too late, but she texted me, do you want to get another one? And it was probably around the time, I think, yeah. So I saw it like really late. And by then I went up to her. I'm like, yo, so I grabbed another one, but it's the last one. Do you want to split? And then she's like, what is it? I was like, I don't know. So I tried it and she saw my face. She was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm good. But yeah, it said like wine or some shit like that. That shit was gross. But then I got through half of it and then it kicked in along with the other one that kicked in. And I was just like, okay, it's not that bad. I could finish this.
But
It's like Robitussin though.
Oh,
But her
no.
other drinks were amazing. They were fire.
I kept my mask on and just drank water. I didn't eat anything that whole day. I realized I just was so locked in.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really was just locked into the whole thing. Like there was mad shit that y'all told me afterwards that was happening at the show that I just did not catch.
Oh no, I didn't catch shit either. I didn't catch I didn't catch anything. So at every event there's always something that goes on. So one of our people is very observant, started noticing a few things, and I walking into it, I told you like I just stuck to like just our people.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to V to kind of like, I mean, I talked to V and Vision, but I didn't really talk to anybody else. I didn't look anywhere else.
Yeah.
I was just trying to make sure that you guys were going to be good. And then just kind of, I was a little afraid of being around a lot of people like that. So I just really focused in on us. And then after you guys performed, something had happened between that person and somebody, like some kid that was there. So she needed a breather. Me and Villa are outside smoking. And she started telling us stuff. And then when we went back inside, that's when I was just like, oh. I just started looking around. That's when I started noticing shit. I was like,
I think I found that
that's
person.
what she means.
I think I found that person online.
What, the rhinestone jeans?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I think I found him. Well, next time I see this person, I'm going to pull up the picture and be like, was this the dude?
Yeah, this is nothing. Okay, so what we're about to say, nothing against you, the Freedom people. Love you guys. Freedom, V, and Vision. You guys are cool. Nothing on y'all. But some of the people that were at this show, I did notice that, like, when I was just chilling there against, like, the pool table, like, I think that stuff was V's.
Yeah.
I started noticing there's, like, a couple girls that walk past, and I think I was, like, hitting the vape, and I'm looking down, and I just see, like, 6-inch heels. And I look up, I'm like, this bitch is ready to go to the club.
Yeah, they came out. Yeah, I didn't know. Another thing I didn't know is people just dressed to impress. I didn't notice all that.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like it just everything hit me, and I went to like our friend that like had that whole thing with Rhinestone, and it was just funny because I'm like, wait, what is it? It felt like sensory overload. Just everything, starting to notice shit. Like at first, the only thing I probably did notice was the overdressed chicks. So I'm just thinking, like, wait, where are we?
There were a couple. Yeah, it was a couple.
Oh, no, a couple. There was way more than a couple.
That I can remember off memory. Like, for me, any girl I saw in there, like, had jeans or, like, tights.
No, in the beginning.
In the beginning, okay.
But then there were girls that were coming in that had,
thinking it was a club event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, their faces beat, like... I mean, there's nothing ever wrong with that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing ever wrong with that, but, like...
Maybe a little overdressed for an open mic.
Full-on dresses, full-on, like, crazy-ass heels. And I could tell there was this one girl that just kept... She was, like, standing against the wall, and she kept, like, staring at everybody. And she looked mad, because I don't think she knew where she was going. Some of those people, I don't think they knew exactly where they were going.
They didn't know what to expect out of this.
And I kind of felt bad, because they're, like... Because it's happened to me when I was younger. Like, I'm thinking, I'm going out, we're going to go drink, and then get full on... I'm like, oh, no, I could have just worn some fucking Converses. Like, why am I wearing heels right now?
You know, yeah, you're right. I can see... I can see that situation happening. And plus, just from what I've seen from the previous shows that they've done, was at a completely different location that probably looked a little better aesthetically than this one did.
Oh, no, it has nothing to do with that. To me, like, if it's like a show...
No, but I think those girls maybe were expecting that type of venue where I could see them dressing up like that be a little more like
a venue
like I
that
would
they could like
it.
pull off. Like,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
Okay.
That's why. Because if you just look on their IG, the past event where I remember because Stephen Darnell performed there.
Mm-hmm.
It looked very swanky, very artsy type of joint.
If it's a show like how like One Mic Day has it, like One Mic Day like that, or am I saying it completely wrong? Whatever. So that because it's at a bar, the Cliffside joint. That hell yeah, you can fucking get like I felt underdressed and I felt like damn, I really should have dressed up.
I remember,
for this.
I remember that. Yeah.
Like I'm like damn, I really should have fucking dressed up for this. Just because I mean it's a show and it's hip hop. That's what I think somebody was telling me. Like nah, you're good.
But it's also a bar.
It's a bar though.
Yeah.
I mean it's not like swanky, but
it's a bar with what appears to be a dance floor when it's not packed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I can understand
it's
that.
It's like a mini lounge.
Yeah.
But
so,
I kind of felt bad because I was just like, damn, you're really expecting. One girl like had just, you could tell she had no underwear, no bra, no nothing, just a dress on.
She was in her fucking dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she looked cute, and I just and like at one point she was like, all right, fuck this. I think I don't know, she kept on the heels, but you can tell she was like over it. She had her hair in a messy bun. She's like, fuck this.
She looked at a man like, where's the rooftop?
I chalked it up to like either they didn't know where they were going, and they were told like, oh, we going out tonight, and it's fresh out of quarantine. I don't know. Yeah,
the one thing I usually do when I go to a place that I don't recognize is I'll Google Earth the address, just to get a sense of what's in the area, and I didn't do it this time.
That's smart.
Yeah, because I'd like to know like what's around. Like, is there going to be like a decent parking situation, or is going to be like some side street where I'm going to be having to walk a couple blocks? Like, I like to know everything beforehand, especially if it's in a city that I haven't been in a minute.
Yeah.
Which was, what the fuck was this?
Belleville.
I ain't been to Belleville in God knows how long. So, yeah. And
my sister lives in Belleville.
But we did it, made it happen. Decent parking. We got there in and out. I think we were there for like a good, 3-4 hours?
Yeah.
3 hours. Yeah.
And we never leave early. We usually close out shows. Yeah. But it was just people that we were with, and they were just like, it was a lot of young kids. It was a lot of very, very young kids. So
it was, one of the more younger shows I've been to in a minute, and I've been to a bunch of young shows in the past couple of years.
Oh, I didn't even get to tell any of y'all. So it was a weird interaction. I think you went to go help. No, this is before Yost came out. I forgot what it was, and I was just standing outside by myself. Yes. You guys went to the car or some shit like that. I forgot. And I'm just standing there, and I'm about to smoke a cigarette, and then these two kids, they're like 15. Oh, no, not 15. I'm being disrespectful. Probably like 18, 19. These 12-year-olds, these 12-year-olds are like, oh, do you have a light? I'm like, yeah. Mind you, like, I'm taking out my pack of cigarettes, and I was about to grab my light. I was like, yeah. So I gave it to them, and I'm like, and I have my hand back out. Like, I was about to, like, I don't think they saw the cigarettes yet. And I have my hand back out, and it got awkward because the one guy, and I was like, oh, and then, because one guy was just like, we were talking, and then he's like, oh, I was like, yeah, can I get my light back? Because the other guy had it, and like I saw he was lighting the blunt. He's like, oh yeah, here, like, because sometimes it doesn't light right away. I was like, yeah, no problem. I'm about to light the cigarette, and I look up, and the guy's still staring at me, and I could tell it didn't register at first, and I'm thinking he's probably thinking I'm asking for the blunt, and he's trying to figure out, but awkwardly trying to figure out how to be like, this is just like we just wanted
to lay. We weren't gonna put you in on this,
And I once it registered, he's just still standing there. I'm like, no, I don't smoke bud anymore. I just need my lighter so I can. And I took out the cigarette. He's like, oh, my bad. I was like, no, it's cool. Enjoy. Be cool. Like I wasn't even looking for a conversation.
you had enough pull in that scenario to get a hit of that blunt if you wanted to. I think.
Probably.
I think you could have. Yeah. You could have
probably
pushed a little harder if you wanted to, just to be an asshole.
To be an asshole, yeah.
Yeah. You'd be like, so you're not gonna.
Yeah.
Really
I think because I gave him the light.
Yeah.
Took my hand back to try to find my cigarettes.
Right.
And then went like this. And then they saw the other hand just like in my pocket, like I was still looking for them. And I don't fucking know. I was just like, and I got the light back, and when I grabbed the cigarette, I was like, no, cigarette. I'm good. I'm just like, nah, that shit was funny.
Speaking of outside, the best part of the night, I think, or at least funniest for me, was we were outside. I think it was me, Villa, Johnson, you. Yeah, he
Oh
was
my
smoking a
God.
cigarette, and Freedom comes outside and hands me a paper,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, what the hell is this? And it's a participation form, congratulating me. Wrote my name out and everything. Congratulations for participating. I was like, oh, this is dope, man.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, me being the asshole that I can be, I started joking around like I ain't got one of these since 3rd grade.
See, now that was like a 10-minute roast, by the way. Not to Freedom, to Johnson, but continue. Sorry, I jumped ahead. Sorry.
You did. I wasn't gonna say that.
Okay, sorry.
We get into that. Yeah.
Scratch that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Me hiking on that on Freedom.
Yeah.
It turned into me just roasting. Not 10 minutes. That's a little bit of exaggeration.
No, it was like 3 minutes.
And then I just directed my assholism at Johnson.
And then me and Villa were not helping.
No, you guys
And
were
then
instigating.
It was like, oh.
Well, let me give some context, man, because
ahead.
I was happy as hell for Johnson just for because he put out his book Scattered Out.
Yeah, the audio
yeah,
is out.
Yeah, so first he had it on digital, then the paperback came out, so people get the paperback, and now he went through the whole process of doing an audio form, and he told me about how insanely difficult it was because when you go through Audible, they have a certain expectation, quality-wise, in audio that it has to be, and it wasn't his first go-around, so he had to go and find somebody else, do it another way, and it just going through all the pressure, all the bullshit. He was explaining it to me, and I was like, man, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you got it done. So I joked with him and everything, saying like, oh yeah, I was trying to get a spot on it, but he laughed me out the room. So I turned into just me going in for no reason at all other than we were bored outside and we were just talking. And yeah, so that was fun. But the participation form, I haven't gotten one of those in a minute. It was very cool. Thank you to Freedom, to VQ and Division, to Freedom Fighters, to Anthony from NWC Newark Water Coalition, and thank you again to the dudes at Thorough for being so understanding and letting me and Yos rock over. Yeah, and letting us plug in and all that shit, man. So the night was cool, man. It was a success, like it is every time you go out to one of these shows. You meet new people, you network, get some new fans, listen to your shit, and vice versa.
Yeah, it was this one kid, like when he was playing the beat before your intro beat. These 2 guys ran up behind me and they were like, "Yo, it's a freestyle, it's a freestyle, it's a freestyle. Oh, I'm gonna smoke this nigga." And they were talking hella shit, and I was cracking the fuck up because just before, I don't know if I didn't recognize their voice. I don't know if it was the same people that were like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?" Like while they were waiting for the music to turn on. And then once it cut, they were like, "No, why'd he cut it? That shit was fire." And then the intro beat. And then you came on, and I think you, like, definitely shut up people.
Yeah, no, they don't want no smoking.
That shit was I was dying. It was during it, and I go to LB and Villa. I was like, yo, thank God he's good. And then I explained afterward. I'm like, it was a whole bunch of people. Like, I heard a couple. I mean, not a whole bunch. Like, a couple. I heard, like, yo, this nigga would be nice. Like, why the fuck we waiting this long? What's going on? Good. I was like, oh, thank God he's good. I was like, thank God he's nice.
Thank God.
Nah,
yeah, because it could have been. No, believe me, if I didn't believe in myself like that, if I didn't think other people did, I wouldn't be as arrogant as I can be on stage. But I feel like it works for me. Other times I feel like it works against me. I wouldn't have been that way, like, if all that stuff hadn't happened. Like, I kind of picture it like that's not how I imagine this show at all. I would have been talking my little one too, but it wouldn't have been as, like, rude. But it's also rude in a funny way. Like, I'm kind of like a comedian up there just roasting people as I'm performing. Yeah. In a way, so it kind of works. It's different.
I was like, that was spicy. And then I guess LB had heard me. She was like, I like how spicy this is. And shit was funny. I was like, yeah, extra spice.
Yeah, sometimes you have to, man. Because, like, for the life of me, I'll never understand someone that just is in the front row and just staring like I'm a fish in a fishbowl. That shit irks the fuck out of me. And I will get in your face. And I did. I had to get in this one dumbass looking stone-faced motherfucker just like fucking do something. Like, you're just, it's stupid as shit. And I get right in his face with the fucking mic.
He's probably just, I remember. He's probably just high as shit. Maybe
could have been. But I mean, just give me something. Yeah. Just something. But, whatever. It is what it is. But if anything, it just gave me more energy to get my set through, to go through my set. And the only thing I didn't like was the 2 mics. One was just way louder than the other one.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they didn't have the volume wasn't on. On that one.
And then the one that was working was a wireless one, and it kept cutting in and out. So part of it was sounding like I was running out of breath when I really wasn't. It just was fucking cutting out.
I didn't notice it until what was it? Towards the end.
Yeah.
And that's when it was really, there was it was some audio issues, but the event itself was dope.
No, that was dope. Yeah.
It was audio issues that sometimes you just can't get around.
Yeah, you can't get around it. This shit happens. And the stuff with the audio stuff with Yost, I kind of expected that to happen. I'm like, yo, we're switching out music. We're connecting this into this. I'm like, this is liable to happen. I just had it in my head. And
that's why I thought the same thing too. That's why I was telling V. That's why I kept telling you guys, don't just leave your stuff there. At least try to get stuff ready.
And then, I think they didn't take all that into account.
Huh?
They didn't take a lot of that stuff into account, I think we just didn't, we thought it would be easier if we, braked for, to set someone up. I think that's what it was. We didn't think that it was going to be the way it was. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it turned into.
No, but when it comes to audio shit, because I've had it happen a couple times at my shows. Yeah. When you're fucking with the audio, it has to get done way beforehand.
Yeah, and in retrospect, probably should have been a backup music player when this stuff was going on. A way for that to happen. Yeah, I don't know exactly what needs to be done. If someone has to connect a different laptop just to have some shit blasting, some wireless speakers, but something's got to happen like that. But
yeah, because there was
lesson learned.
There was definitely a way.
Yeah.
But regardless, it was a dope night, dope performance.
And then, and then the following day, we met up for a video shoot.
Yeah,
that
was dope.
St. James. Shout out to Q, our filmographer, director of filmography, videographer, whatever the term is. Haven't seen him since the protest in Hackensack back in 2020. And dude was just ready to go, man. It was a cold-ass fucking day. We knew it was going to be cold. He was. We didn't see him, but he was on the other side. I remember I told you.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, you weren't even next to me because you were by the courthouse taking pictures.
I found out he was there when he was posting the pictures.
Right,
we were talking about it, yeah.
I found out because when I had V with me, we were all sitting down, and they said, "Can all the fathers please stand up?"
Oh,
so I stood up, and that's
when
when I noticed him a yellow shirt taking pics. I'm like, that's cute. So yeah, but I didn't get to see him, so I told him about that the other day. He's like, "Oh yeah, I was there. I was taking pictures. I went to a bunch of them." But regardless, yeah, we met up with Saint, and the thing that makes me most proud of this video is the fact that everybody came through, everybody contributed. Shout out to everybody that came, and then we got it done so efficiently, 4 hours in and out.
Yeah,
we got there at 5. We didn't start till 5:30, 5:45 in the greenhouse. Q was very professional about setting up the shit. We kind of talked about what we wanted. We came up with a few things on the fly, but all the shots from inside greenhouse, outside greenhouse, pulling out the car, the fucking corner store, which I thought was the most fun of all the shoots, to fucking the parking lot of Trader Joe's in Edgewater. Everything just went perfectly. Perfect. No problems at all. That corner store shot was great to me. Performing outside, all those cars.
It looks, the honking, I can't even talk today. The honking.
Yeah, a couple people honking, a couple people just.
It was the one guy before we filmed. Oh, I didn't even know people were filming it.
People were filming on their phones. I kept seeing it. They were just passing by and just filming on their phones.
Oh, shit. I didn't even notice that. There was this one guy that was pulling out of the corner store. It goes, what channel y'all on? And then just kept going.
Channel, yeah. If I'd have heard that, I would say Channel 12. We local, nigga. News 12, New Jersey.
No, it was funny. No, you didn't hear him?
No, I didn't hear him.
Well, it wasn't crazy loud, but he it was just behind me and Villa and shit. And I just turned and laughed. That was it. Yeah. But no, it was dope because I didn't know because I know you had mentioned the greenhouse shot when we were there the night before, but I didn't know what you wanted to do there. So I was just like, all right, go ahead. But I think I was so excited for the Edgewater shot. The funny part about the corner store shot is because I was imagining we were going to shoot on one specific side. And I thought on the other side. So I was so confused when you were I was like, oh, okay.
Because I'm thinking we need a quick 3-minute shot where nobody's going to come into the store so we're not getting anybody's way.
When you said that, I was just, that's why I looked at you like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Nobody said, "Bro, if you just walk 5 feet this way, there's a whole other side of the store that's untouched, no cars pass by. It's perfect for shooting."
I really should have said something because I know I had I told you my opinions about the intro and shit, and then we left it to Saint to choose which one we were gonna go with. But there was Yeah, like when it came to the corner store, I should have said something, but I didn't. But it was your vision, so I was just like, all right, like, okay. Yeah. It was like, all right. But it was funny when Q walks over. I was like, Q's gonna point it out, and Q was, yeah, why don't we do it over here, guys? And he turned it like, oh. I'm like, yeah.
I literally had an oh shit moment because I had never seen this. I've driven by, but never that side. I always just make a right on that road, and I always see that one side where the door is.
Yeah. Not
knowing the other fucking side is perfect, and then I'm like, then I remember like, oh, this is what Saint said. Mad people have filmed here. I'm like, I see why. It makes complete sense.
Yeah.
So Q set it up with the tripod, had the lighting situation looking lovely. And it's a whole black and white video, and we got the shots ready, and we about to get a whole editing session due. But after the corner store, we went to the Trader Joe's parking lot in Edgewater, cold as a motherfucker. First thing that we see, I thought our day was ruined because I thought a black cat fucking crossed our path. Yep. You know, I can get superstitious for shit like that.
Yeah.
I look closer. Oh no, it's a skunk.
Oh, you saw how fucking high pitched I screamed. I was like, no, get the fuck out of here.
I'm like, no. I'm like,
I'll
take a skunk.
I hopped up, and no, because it was, what was it? You and Q seen it, and I was just like, where? Yeah. And then it was further ahead. That shit was funny.
That was just funny.
And then, remember when he the skunk turned around and walked where we were just at, and I was just like, no. And
at one point he booked it too.
I didn't peep that one.
Yeah, he booked it at one point when we first got there. It almost felt like he said, like, oh, shit. They called me. It was just fucking scurrying. That nigga was booking it. I've never seen a skunk run that fast. I've never seen too many skunks run, period.
Yeah, no, what was it? Somebody, I don't know if it was Q or somebody was like, no, they're afraid of us. I'm like, well, that's what I'm worried about. When they're afraid, they spray.
That classic line, they're more scared of us than we are of it. Yeah, that shit. I'm like, yeah, I guess. As long as you don't threaten them.
Yeah. What?
No, I just read in a meme somewhere, like, you shouldn't be afraid unless they turn around and lift their tails, like start beginning to lift their tail.
That's you only have like a few seconds.
At that point. But they'll warn you when they're going to do it. Like, if you come up to them or they're close to you and you see them turning around, that's your cue to bounce.
Yeah. But that's also, I never saw, like, its head. I only seen it, like, running away. Or, like, just, like, do.
Yeah, he kept his head down.
Yeah.
That was weird.
He's probably doing, I don't know.
He kept his head down and booked it.
Yeah. He had his ass up ready. That's what I was afraid about.
It's almost as if he was doing something that he didn't want other people to know that he was doing with another skunk. Like, he was doing some illegal activity with another skunk, and he was like,
wait, do you think he had, like, down. Coke in his nose? That's why he was running?
Some type of skunk cocaine, or he was messing with a skunk they shouldn't have been, and he thought maybe we'd snitch on him to his skunk wife. I don't know. It's just... Animals are weird like that.
Did you peep the one car that there were people in it, like, watching us?
Yeah, I was about to get into that. Yeah. As soon as people in that parking lot saw Q set up lights, they got interested. And I think I saw that too at the corner store. As soon as you see lights and shit, people just automatically assume, like, we're famous, or there's a news shit, we're doing something.
Yeah. I was there was a couple other spots that, like, I had, so my original, like, I guess, like, vision for it, it was more down, but I figured, I'm like, this is me the first one, I was like, fuck it, let's just do it here. That's when, because it was going to be all cold and shit, I'm like, well, we have other shots, it's fine.
And it's like an angled shot, it's not like it's directly behind us.
Yeah, because that's what I was worried about, because there wasn't that much part of, you don't see that much of New York, so that's why I kind of didn't want to do it there. It's just a spot that a lot of people go to, but then it was lucky. That's why I mentioned to LB, I was like, I don't remember if that spot has, like, the walkthrough.
Yeah.
And she said no, but luckily it kind of had, like, a mini, like, it kind of dipped down a little bit, and then we had a good scene there. So instead of where we were going to go, like, not even, it wasn't planned to go right there, but I was like, Q, what do you think? Down more? And he's like, oh, for sure. And that's when we just went down.
Yeah, and it ended up working out really well. And yeah, it was nice to see those people. And I think, like, maybe 2-3 years ago, I would have been so self-conscious and so nervous to perform just with random people watching me. Like, the corner store, I would have been, like, mad uncomfortable. For some reason, I was just, like, more hype. I was like, fuck it. I told the scene, like, yo, let's give him a show.
Yeah.
Like, we're doing a performance right now of the song. Like, anybody that doesn't know it and they want to roll their window down and hear it, yo, this is it. Like, we're performing our asses off, and we're going to give them that. And we just did that and, quote unquote, made love to the camera. And it had a great fucking time, man. I think I'm really proud of that video. And I haven't even fucking started editing it yet, but I just know off the shots, like,
oh my
it's going to be dope.
I'm trying not to get, so I've only, done some editing, like the beginning part of it.
Okay.
And I want to do so much more, but I know you want to be involved, so I'm trying not to do anything.
I'll trust you, and then I'll come in and see, and
No, we're gonna meet soon, so
Yeah.
I just won't. I work the next 2 days, but I've been having. I can't even tell you right now where my hard drive is right. Yeah, I don't even know where it's at. That's what I'm trying to. I hid it from myself. We're back.
All right, so closing notes on Black Noir video. I'm happy. I don't blame you for hiding the hard drive.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm trying not to get ahead of myself, but oh my god, it's so fucking fire.
It's fire. All right.
It's so fire. I had no syncing issues whatsoever. Everything, well, so far, knock on wood, everything just looks so amazing though. I'm just mad. At least like it's clear enough where I can take screenshots, but I'm just mad that I didn't bring my camera to take behind the scene. Like, oh, I was talking to Q about that. Q hit me up. He's like, "Oh, how's it going so far?" I told him, we'll send him snippets and shit, like, and we'll send the full before it's released. But it came out so good. Yeah, so good.
I love working with Q, man. Q was very easygoing, very professional, had ideas of his own.
Yeah.
And just brought a lot to the table, man. So it's good to have him, working with us. So hopefully we can get a couple other videos with him. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, for sure.
But I was really happy with it, man. Really happy. So thank you, thank everybody that was involved for helping out.
Yeah, I love how LV was looking out for Saint, because what was it? That's how I was trying to get him to do his shot. I could tell he was like a little nervous. He's like, "No, I'm good." And I got him the water. I was like, "There you go." And I could tell he was in the beginning, and then she was able to get it out of him.
Yeah,
and she's like, yeah,
because you're in. I mean, if you look at it like, he's in his house, so you think he'd be comfortable, but at the same time, you got all these lights on you, you got other people just kind of chilling and kind of watching you, staring at you. And
I was trying not to. I think I told him. I don't know, or I told somebody. I was trying not to look at him. I was just like, I was looking down. I looked around. I was just like, oh my, I would catch myself like staring at him. Like, okay, don't stare too much.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want him to like feel out of place, but he really got into his groove. Like, I mean, it was only for like a little bit in the beginning, but he got into his shit, especially when he got his little drink. Yeah,
sometimes you just gotta kind of like transform yourself into the moment.
Yeah.
Like it's part of the song. Like you are St. James, I am Kid Pro, and this is us. Giving the visual representation of the song we made. That's how I view it. So it's like at that point, I'm not even me. I'm just like the character. That's pretty much it. But I also had to be like co-director and all that. So.
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure everything went smooth.
I know one, what was it? Because this one, we didn't really come up with a full treatment just because it's not really telling a story. Mm-hmm. So it was very just like, all right, this is what that. But the next video, I want to do head to toe treatment for it.
I agree.
We just got to figure out what song we're going to attack next.
I agree. And then, man, I got so hyped about that, and then I went the next day and just like made my own little video with Manny, hooked back up with Manny with no IG. Shout out to Manny, and we continued our Versus About Nothing series. He filmed it for me outside his spot on the street.
Yeah,
I did 2 videos actually, but that one I was in love with it, man. I was like, we did our classic like one take style, walking down the street, and then when I went home, I just tried.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
What's up?
Because you said walking down the street, and I said my 6'4". So I couldn't help it. I was trying to bite my tongue.
No, that's the hip hop shit. I like it. I love it. That's what's up.
All right, go ahead.
And man, I was just trying different things, and then I was like, fuck it, let me try this filter. Had like a bluish feel.
That was
fucked
dope.
Around with it. Yeah. I played around with this some more, and then like from there, I'm like, fuck it, what else can I do? Went to this other app that I found and added some more effects and just started fucking around with shit. Man. Like I really like the editing shit, man. I'm just like, I'm down to fuck with it more. Like, I love learning more and more about it. And I was telling Q, like, the next thing I'm trying to learn is, like, lighting. The importance of it, like, how I can make my shots that much better just by including light, especially when you're working with something like an iPhone. Like, any type of zoom or any type of, like, non-light just makes it so grainy. So it goes to show you how important lighting is for anything, if it's just an interview or a music video.
Yeah, I'm really good with, what is it called? Like the outdoor shoots with the sun.
Easiest shit in the world.
Oh my God.
Natural light, easiest thing.
I love natural light. Yeah. Even like I did a photo shoot at night one time, and the moon, it was a full moon, bright as shit. bright as fuck. And it was like we had I don't even know what happened to those pictures. I gave it to the girl and then I just never seen them. It was we had the street lights going on too, and it wasn't like the yellow, it was white. So it worked perfectly with like the light from the moon. Oh, that shit was amazing.
So was this in an open spot, like a parking lot, or?
Yeah, this was at Rutgers, like kind of off by like there's a river right there. It was like in that like I think next to the basketball court or some shit. Yeah. But it came out super fire.
That's another thing. Q was telling me too, like in between takes, he's like, yeah, I love shooting at night. He's like, so many people want to shoot in the daytime. That's easy, but like, it's just little stuff that's like more cooler, like little intricacies. Yeah. He was explaining it to me. I was like, all right, bet that I'm glad we did this. He's like, yeah, man, when you told me it was gonna be a night shoot, I was excited. Yeah. I'm like, all right, bet. So he's even more hyped. So let's get this done. And everything, just like I said before, worked out great. 4 hours, less than 4 hours, in and out. We were having fun. We were joking, cracking fucking jokes. Like it was a great fucking time, man. Like,
oh my god, I kind of wish I did record for longer. That when we were waiting for Q to set up the lights. And you and Saint were singing.
Oh, my little R&B mix?
Yeah. Oh, my God. That was amazing. I was trying not to laugh, but I couldn't help it.
I bagged your bitch. I'm picking up the black pepper turkey, picking the tree that yours. That's why I bagged your bitch.
Saint got into his Michael Jackson shit, too.
That's why I bagged your bitch.
And then he did a little Jodeci act. Shit was amazing, though. I sent it to LB. She got it.
I was trying to get Michael McDonald on. Well, I bagged your bitch.
I'm like kind of. Oh yeah, no. That's when I was tight because I stopped recording.
Trader Joe's.
Yeah, because I stopped recording. I'm like, let me help Q. Let me stop fucking around. I'm like, I kind of want to use that. We'll look at it.
For something. Black pepper turkey bacon. Trader Joe's. Things will never be good. Oh man. Oh my god.
But other than that, like that was just that the video shoot was the highlight of my fucking week.
Yeah, you did great, man.
And editing and all that shit. I didn't do that much directing because it just didn't. In the beginning, like most of the visions that was what you had. Yeah. So that's why I was like, all right. So I'm not because I figured. You know what you want, like you.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I'm like, I just knew Black Noir every time I saw it. Just even in the name, Black Noir. It's a black and white video, and
that's a given. I'm talking about like the greenhouse shot.
Oh, greenhouse shot. Yeah, I just knew that there would be something dope in that place. There just always is. Like, and we've done other videos. Like, I filmed the video for Ron, like in there, because I just saw like. There is a great aesthetic about that place, like the different color walls. It just feels like almost like a real world house in a sense. Yeah. Like there's a lot that could be going on, and as far as party wise, aesthetically, it looks amazing. Like no further proof than LB's party. Yeah. Like just neon the fuck out, and even without it, just the artwork on the walls. It looks so calm and inviting, and just a creative space. You know, so I'm like, there's got to be something here that we can film. Luckily, that one corner of the wall had all that nice ass. Dope fucking artwork, and I'm like, I could see Saint there. Yeah. Then like, there's been mad times we smoked outside, and we just talked. That looks like a dope fucking spot just to film there. You know, little shit like that, man.
Yeah, there's so the one of the shots that I wanted to take, but we didn't do it. I think I can still do something like that, just not exactly what I wanted, but the glitching in and out.
That's right. Yeah.
So when I was doing the editing, I'm like, I could definitely do that. I could still do it, but it just won't look exactly the same.
Well, I mean, if you copy and paste and then mask, would that not?
No. I know how to do it. Right. I'm saying it wasn't I can't execute it like I wanted it to because we didn't film it. We filmed because you wanted to do another one. So I was like, fuck it, let's just do that. Gotcha. Because what I wanted to do was like an experiment. Yeah. But we can always do that like on our own. Still can.
Yeah. Just do it with me and Yost instead of me and Saint.
Yeah. No, the Yost thing, I already told you what I see for that one. I think it's going to be good though.
It sucks that we couldn't get Yost in there. But now I'm thinking about it, like how would we have pulled off a lot of the shots? Because there was a shot where it's me and Saint in the front row, front seats of the car. And, you know, we got one shot from my end, one shot from his end.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, unless Yost was going to sit on my lap or in the middle, it wasn't going to work. You know what
I mean? The shot from your side.
Yeah. What?
Dub. It looks better from Saint's side.
It's bad?
A little bit. Not like the shot itself, but when you're doing it with, we'll talk about it off air. But it looks better from, maybe we could use some of it, but it looks better from Saint's side.
I knew. I had a feeling.
But it doesn't. He didn't have to be in every shot. Yost didn't have to.
No,
be in
yeah,
every
no.
shot.
I just had a feeling.
But like if it was like the stairs or like the Edgewater scene itself, the car shot, no.
All right, so damn, that's crazy. I had a feeling like that shot wasn't gonna be good.
What do you mean? You had
the one you're talking about? I had a feeling that shot wasn't gonna be good for some reason.
It just needed some other type of lighting.
Okay.
It's in black and white.
Yeah.
So it kind of like Saint just disappears in the background.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
So,
yeah.
but anyway,
so
the way that I was telling you we can work Yost in, I think we can definitely do it.
Gotcha. Oh, off topic. I meant to. I'm gonna send you a video later on, but I found a dope video that explains how to do like the rain shots in the car.
All right, cool.
Yeah, like, and now I've seen it. I'm like, shit, we could pull it off. Like, we need a couple supplies, but we can pull it off.
Wait, like a rain? Oh, like actual rain?
Like recreating a rain shot.
Oh yeah, no, that would be easy, no?
When I thought about it, and then I saw the way it was done there, like very low budget, I'm like, oh, okay. It was different than what I had thought, but it's definitely possible. It's all about the angling and, like, you know, obviously you need like a hose with a specific type of like spout that like doesn't, it's something like, and then like a ladder, or if we have like a stick to raise it to it hits at an angle so it looks like rain.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, yeah, it's something that we could definitely pull off. And the best thing is we can do it like on a corner outside of a house, like.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as we have enough hose that'll reach.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. But I also figured it'd be dope to, like, actually do it in rain. So if you're outside walking to the car.
That, yes.
Like
but if
some of the outside scenes, huh?
Yeah, you're right.
It wasn't just the car scene. That's why I wanted it when you guys said that you guys were going to film, but it was raining. I'm like, well, duh. I'm like,
what day was that?
I think it was a Verzuz About Nothing, you and Manny. I wasn't involved at that point. It was like way before Kid Nova.
Got you.
Yeah. But anyway, so is it topic time?
Yeah, we talked enough about our week.
Yeah.
Great week, by the way, buddy.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay.
More coming.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
All right, so where we at? Because I don't have the notes on me.
My bad.
Oh, watch out.
Oh, shit.
Careful.
Oh, yes, and I did these stickers myself.
Jesus fucking Christ, that scared the shit out of me.
What?
I thought like this nigga was online just staring at me down. Like, what you gonna say now, pro? She's got a fucking still of Fat Joe on her fucking laptop right now. I'm doing the notes. I'm like, why is this nigga staring at me? You just call him or something?
Oh, wait, first off.
I'm like, we have a special guest right now.
I have 8+ notifications from between B, Trill, and I think that's Villa. Yeah, that's Villa. Talking about me bartending. I can't fucking stand them. Okay, let me not get into it.
You're the GOAT right now, this bartending shit.
I wish.
So,
good.
Like we've been doing, now we're going to get into more of the topics right now in the hip-hop world. And one of the big ones for hip-hop, well, I was going to say music general, but mostly hip-hop, because it started with hip-hop, is Verzuz right now. If you don't know about Verzuz, it is pretty much, it's become the pandemic's way of, like, a concert.
Yeah.
It's the closest thing that hip-hop world, the music world has offered us to a live show for free. And it's basically, again, just to break it down, classic artist versus a classic artist, usually in the same genre, and they go back and forth. They've done 20 songs, and they put it on IG Live. Recently, it was picked up by Apple.
Yeah.
And they would just go back and forth, and the IG comments would pretty much like steal the show every time. You've had everybody from D'Angelo most recently to Patti LaBelle to DJ Premier to Pete Rock to Nelly to Ludacris to Ashanti, like just, you know, all different types of genres of music. Bounty Killer, Beanie Man. So it's been crazy. Verzuz has gone worldwide. It's blown up. Recently, Verzuz has acquired a partnership with Triller. If you don't know about Triller, it's another music app. They've recently had the honor of hosting a bunch of like fights in the past couple months. I think the Nate Robinson fight.
Yeah.
That was done on Triller. And who else fought that night? That was a big fight. Oh, Tyson and Roy Jones.
Yeah.
Done on Triller. So they've acquired a partnership. So Swiss and Timbaland, being the two founders of Verzuz, they're going to be part owners of Triller.
Yeah.
And now all the past performers are going to be having a stake in the company, which is fucking dope.
So they went on to tweet. So this is from the Verzuz account on Twitter. In less than a year, we have done sorry, I gotta move it closer.
Yeah.
We have done the impossible, celebrating Black excellence, giving back to the artists, bringing joy during a tough time, and so much more. Verzuz continues to evolve, and we can't wait for the next chapter. Verzuz has been acquired by Tiller. Verzuz will continue to stream on Instagram and now also on Triller, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, let me...
Just think about Bryson.
I know, yeah, sorry. Every artist who did a Verzuz is now a shareholder in Triller.
Awesome. Crazy shit.
Swizz and Timbaland will now oversee music strategy at Tiller. Most importantly, Verzuz will continue to be free. What's next? More battles, and we look forward to further expanding into sports, comedy, and live events.
Right, which when I heard that, I think it was dope. I think they can really take this Verzuz thing to a whole new level if they include other stuff. I don't know how they'll do it with sports.
Well, I think that's Triller itself.
Triller itself?
Because now, what was it? I think I saw something about, I know a lot of people, so this is Timbaland and Swizz talking to Fat Joe.
Yeah.
And I had heard something about people calling them sellouts, but what was his name? Tariq on Power? One of the actors on Power, like, this is somebody. Well, no, it's not like an A-list, but there's a celebrity calling them a sellout for doing that. So let me just play the clip.
Yeah, I'd like to see what that's, I'd like to hear that.
This is crazy. A lot of people, I see people saying we sold out and this, that, and the third. It's not Black owned. We own Triller now. How's that not Black owned? It's more Black people that own in that company than any other company in tech.
Yeah, man. I think people are getting too hung up on this whole ownership cliche phrase now that's going around.
Did you see the Wale tweet? He was like, pretty much like, you guys think ownership means you got to own 100% of it. It's not true.
I didn't see that, but I agree with the sentiment. That's pretty much what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Like, look, if you're part owner, you own the shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
You're still,
we're still owners. Like, you.
There's still ownership is still being, the word is still being used. Like, it's still, you're still ownership. And if you decide to fucking sell that out with another fucking company, okay, that's on you. But I don't think they're selling out. I think they partnered with another big company that was going to obviously threw them a big check. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the Apple shit didn't work because I found out the Apple contract was done. Okay.
That's why
that was short.
It was, yeah. I guess they don't know what they were expecting with Apple, or maybe it was time to renegotiate and they couldn't come to terms.
Yeah.
So whatever it was, Triller came right through, made it happen, and they probably got a nice bag out of it. And on top of that, they were able to give every other participant a stake in the fucking company. And I don't think Apple was ready to give that up.
No.
So I think that's why they went with Triller. And I think that's probably the better solution for them, maybe.
No, for sure.
I mean, I think what I was going to say before. I don't know how they're going to do sports. With comedy, for some reason, if they try to do like a versus comedy thing, I could see like two famous comedians. Like, hypothetically, I could see like Martin going against Eddie Murphy, and they just tell like 10 of their best jokes back to back and have like a comedy versus. Like, that's how I would see it, like, if they were going to do that. Like, I always envision that type of idea. Like, what could you do besides music versus style?
I don't think it would be, I mean, I guess.
Something to that effect, like,
something
with comedy.
To that effect, yeah. It'll kind of just be like each other roasting each other, I guess, in a sense. Or?
It could be roasting each other. It could be just telling their famous jokes, in a way, because you're playing your hits. Like, that's what versus is. You're playing your hits against another person of the same genre.
Yeah.
So maybe with comedians, maybe it's something like that. Maybe it's just y'all just go back and forth giving out new material and make it like a free comedy show.
That'll be long though, because they have to certain comedians, especially like the great ones, have to set their scene. Absolutely,
yeah. I mean, it's a hypothetical, but it'd be something cool.
It's like Dave Chappelle's shit. Was it the last two were like 10 minutes long, and he had like a couple jokes in there, but it all tied together.
Oh yeah, well that style of comedy is a little more different. You know, I appreciate the ones like quick punchlines.
It's not that different from them, though.
No, but there's different types of comedy, like stand-up. Like
no, I understand that. Yeah, it's just I think that might be a little difficult.
Yeah.
And I think what they're and it said like live events. I think what they're gonna get into, D'Angelo, I think was a freak accident because Max pulled out, and then fucking what's it called? And I was listening to JBP, and I think what Rory was saying about Apple saying like, okay, well you guys still have to. This is scheduled.
This has to get done.
Figure it out. And D'Angelo was for it, and I mean, when are you ever gonna get to D'Angelo available again? So I was like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, and it just, I don't think it was what it meant to be.
But they could get into live events where they're hosting, and it's like they're live hosting like a comedian. I don't think it necessarily has to be like a battle.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, I like to see maybe a comedian doing like a 10-minute set in between the verses. Maybe something like that. Like for a break time, for like a halftime. I don't know if maybe that's even like...
Versus itself is way too long. I think it should be separate.
It should be separate. Yeah.
Because then you get to highlight. I think it's more, you get to highlight the person, the comedian, or the art. Like, it's nothing, they don't overshadow each other.
Yeah, yeah. It's something like, I definitely want to see something different. Like, I think people are expecting the versus thing. It's a great format, don't get me wrong. It's dope, the back and forth, you know, the IG comments, so you can hear from everybody. I think they're going to try to do something different. For the life of me, I don't know what it is, but that's why I'm not.
The live events, like their concerts. Because that's where, when I was saying, I was like, with the D'Angelo thing, when they tried to spin it, just because their brand is called Verzuz doesn't mean it's a battle.
Right.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be. Even
that.
like the other ones that we had weren't really, like Erica and fucking Jill Scott. Like, that wasn't really a battle. So like there's, it's like certain little things.
Yeah. So I mean, if it's something like that, then okay, then I'd be cool with them continuing to do that thing under the Verzuz brand. Mm-hmm. I think it'd be dope just to.
It'd probably be a mix.
Yeah, you know what? And I wouldn't mind like if, let's just say, this Raekwon and Ghostface thing turns into another, just like Jill Scott and Erica.
Yeah,
where it's not a battle; it's just like a mini Wu-Tang concert.
That's what I think it is. I mean, I'm sure because they are part of the same, collection.
Yeah.
It'll probably end up being like,
Classic album together.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think it'll end up being kind of like two friends just fucking with each other, talking shit, playing their stuff, but they're still the same collection.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done stuff outside of it. So, yeah, I can't talk today. Raekwon and Ghostface be March 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Next Saturday. Yeah. Oh, can't wait for that, man. It's going to be 90s the fuck out. Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't wait, man.
It's going to be amazing.
When they start doing shit off of Only Built for Cuban Links, I think I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. I was debating on it. They will play their '90s shit, but they're also gonna get into recent stuff because.
Oh yeah, of course.
Ghost and Ray have been fucking.
And they'll do unreleased shit, and normally, traditionally, people don't really care for that. They want to hear the hits, but these legends. Mm-hmm. So fuck it.
All right, and then also talking about how all those people have a stake now in Triller. So TIDAL, with the recent selling to Square, now 16 co-owners, the co-owners in the beginning, reportedly receiving $8.9 million buyout from the deal.
Shit, man.
So that is including Beyonce, Kanye, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Usher, Alicia Keys, T.I., Lil Wayne, and I think that's it for now.
I could have swore Cole was on that panel.
It only names them, but there's more, obviously. They just didn't list everybody.
Man, don't say Jay never did nothing for you.
For real. Cole might be on here.
Because I could have swore when they were doing those panels where they had everybody standing in front of a stage. Yeah. When they were introducing, I could have swore I saw Cole there next to Rihanna. That's why I said
Damn, I should have looked it up. Fuck it.
Yeah. No, it was a while ago when it first came out, obviously. But I mean, like I said, if Hove's giving me 8.9 mil.
Well, technically, it's the Twitter guy.
Yeah.
Jack
well, yeah. But still, the move was made by Hove. But still, cool. 9 million right there. Mm-hmm. I'll take that. Shit. Shout out to Hove, man. Still making moves. And Jack, head of Twitter and CEO of Square and all that shit. Shout out to him, man. Doing big things for the artists out here, man. That's what's up. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Let me see.
What we got? What's next?
Let's see. Cardi B becomes the first female rapper to earn a diamond single with Bodak Yellow. And also, tied with that, the producer Jay White inks publishing deal with Sony.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to him. Also, shout out to the unsung hero of that situation, Kodak Black. He's credited on the song. Mm-hmm. So Cardi always showed him love. I mean, the fucking song is called Bodak Yellow, which is kind of paying homage to Kodak. Mm-hmm. And he's always said, like, shout out to her and everything. He's getting a little bit of a bag from that too. So, you know what I mean? It's a win-win for both of them. But it's crazy that her first ever single that was really just meant to be like a freestyle in a sense, just ended up going diamond.
Yeah, it's insane.
You know what I mean? It just shows like the star power that she has behind her. Obviously, the song was marketed super, super well.
Mm-hmm.
And it led to her having like fucking Grammy-nominated albums, performing at fucking Super Bowl halftime shows, all off of a fucking single.
Yeah.
That was like a straight up, like, I remember when I first heard it, it was like a fucking girl power anthem.
Do you ever see that video where the girl's yelling in his face as she's singing the song?
Girls yelling in her face?
No, in his face. Like the girl's like she's reciting it, but like in the club, extra hard.
Oh no, I don't think I
And
remember
she's
that.
like going in, and it was because it came out. I think it was to Bodak Yellow, maybe it could have been something else. And I know it was Cardi though, and a bunch of people were like, "Fucking, yo, that's toxic as fuck. How's she doing that?" Blah blah blah. But then another clip resurfaced because people were talking about in the comments, and then it resurfaced of him doing that to her, but to another song. Just before it.
Gotcha.
But like she was going in, she was like pushing him. It was supposed to be, I guess, a joke, but like he's just like this with his head down, and she's like just going in.
Yeah.
That shit was funny.
No, that was a powerful song, man. And it's crazy because like I didn't get that type of energy from a song from a female since like probably Lil' Kim. That gave that type of like energy, that type of like fuck you shit. Like this is for the females, like doing it big, and like I thought it was a great moment for hip hop, you know.
Yeah.
And it was like the ushering of like the whole female movement, where like just females were starting to become more popular, more than were having hits, more than were going platinum. Like this opened the doors for Mulatto. This opened the doors for Meg Thee Stallion, for Cash Doll, for all the other chicks that are out here right now. Like it was a big defining moment. And I think this is like the culmination of that going diamond. Like it's only right, and it's only going to open the doors for like I can see Meg down the road. Probably WAP will end up being diamond. I can see that shit. You're not saying anything because you're disagreeing.
A little bit.
Okay, what's up? Say it.
No, I think I agree that it's a great song, and I don't know if it necessarily opened doors for Meg and all them.
Well, for her to become as popular as she is, I think Cardi opened the door for that. For girls like Meg and Cash Doll and all these girls to be more accepted and like get bigger deals for themselves. I think Cardi opened the door in that sense.
But I feel like, I guess, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think it wouldn't have been as strong if Cardi didn't do it first.
Because I feel like Meg was more groomed to be a replacement for Nicki. If anything.
In a sense, yeah.
Because I think her and Meg she only has, like she has a leg up on Meg, but I don't think she's, they're almost peers to me. She's just like one tier up.
Meg and Cardi?
Yeah, as far as like accomplishments. Like she's not that far ahead. She hasn't dropped another album yet.
Right. I mean,
so to me, like she did, that's why like it's almost industry planish, but she already had some type of, I don't want to say fame, but I guess fame. Like Cardi had some type of following. There you go. She had some type of following prior, and I think that's what really got her up there, especially since she is relatable as fuck. But I don't know. I kind of see them a little bit separate. I don't know about these other girls you were naming. Mulatto is fire. I guess maybe if labels are looking for like the next Cardi, but she hasn't been out that long enough.
Yeah, been out
like when you say like Kim and like names like that and them opening doors, 1000%. Cardi to me is still, she's not new, but she's not a vet yet.
Not a vet yet, yeah.
I think she still has to prove herself. I think she's like, to me, she has a long road ahead of her before.
Well, yeah, she's got to have like Nicki Minaj type a discography.
Yeah.
Like where she can last long.
Yeah, and not like comparing them, but we don't know if she has longevity yet.
Right, and it's not to say that Nicki
been out
hasn't.
for like 2 years.
It's not to say Nicki hasn't opened the doors, but I was saying like in
Nicki,
sense of
Nicki has.
Nicki has, but
yeah.
in the sense of like Nicki to me didn't have a single like Bodak Yellow. Nicki
No.
had singles and
No.
fucking hits.
I think Nicki was marketed to the wrong group of people.
Yeah,
Like not even like the wrong group of people. Just I don't know. I think she wasn't. I feel like they got a response from one group and focused on that one group, and that's where her Barbies are from, and then that's it. I don't think they never like expanded. So I think she's just Nicki is very stuck in like.
Nicki went more of a pop route.
Like 2010.
Yeah.
Like she's still stuck in that time.
Yeah.
There's no type of.
She hasn't really evolved with the times.
Yeah, but where you see Meg is she's not as like popish as they're trying to make Mulatto, which mulatto's not everybody's meant to be pop. Mulatto, I heard that one pop song and that shit was fucking trash, and it was like her way of making pop.
Yeah.
But it was also very inappropriate. She's talking about like fucking, and then you got these little girls double dutching, and you got like old ass women on the porch. Like, it was just it was awkward. It was weird. But like Meg, I can see Meg do pop. I think it'll be easy for her to do it. That's why I think Meg is more being groomed to be like the next Nicki.
Okay.
But she can also,
like, you could see her like
market her other ways.
You could see her like on a Maroon 5 single. Like, she plays like the hip hop verse, kind of like Nicki did. Because Nicki was doing that, and Cardi was doing the same thing. Like, they just try to get you in that pop lane.
Yeah, they're always gonna do that. That's regardless. They're always gonna try to market. I just think Nicki, they never open the doors after that. They never open any new options, any new doors for her. It's just like, okay, well, this works. Why fix it if it works?
Do you think that was her doing?
I have no idea.
Who knows? You had to guess.
When you're that high up, I don't really half the time. I don't think you have an option. But sometimes if you're high enough up, you have options. So it really could. I mean, it almost sounds like lazy enough to be like, okay, well, that's all. Like, you have your barbs and then that's it. Like, you have your supporters, but you're not really opening yourself up to anybody else. So it's kind of like, well, no, I'm good. Like, this is convenient. That's it.
So his next album from her is going to have to be something groundbreaking.
Yeah, but I don't know if it will be.
Yeah. You just know it kind of would have to be.
Yeah, I've always been off of Nicki. I didn't really like fuck with her. I liked her before they made her pop. And she was like phenomenal. Like, her
Beat Me Up Scotty mixtape.
God, she was amazing.
Yeah.
But Saint just hit me up. So, but yeah, I don't really see. I don't see it happening though. Cardi still got a lot to prove.
Sorry, speaking of her, I was watching.
I
still haven't finished it, but I was watching the Hip Hop Uncovered doc. Also recommend that you check that out. And one of the people on there, Deb, talked about how she pretty much started the careers of Nicki, French, and Waka, and Gucci.
Yeah.
And she was talking about how her and Nicki had her fallout and everything like that, and that she was with Nicki during the Beat Me Up Scotty days and all that stuff. And like I think their fallout was basically like Deb forgetting like the passports for Nicki at one point, and just Nicki realizing like, okay, if you can't even get this done for me, this simple little shit, like I need to go somewhere else. And that's where she changed her management. Then the whole situation with Deb and French Montana kind of playing her out, accusing her of stealing money when that wasn't the case, and it was just a crazy thing. But it's just like wild how Nicki switched up her shit from there and then went somewhere else.
Yeah, it's a bigger market, and that probably would have been better. Like, as much as I've never seen this, I know we were supposed to, but then Wanda came up. I can't really comment because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I said just you get a chance to check it. It's very informative. I'm gonna finish it probably this weekend.
Because I thought we were, and then you mentioned it, and I was like, okay, well, I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
It's all right.
I don't know what.
No, it's really good. No, we'll get back into it when we do check it out. At least like an episode, just so you get a feel of what it's about.
Yeah, we're back.
God, that was fucking loud. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just not expecting that.
I know. I said
I don't know.
Right
I don't know if I caught that because hopefully I did. I think I caught it.
Okay.
So WandaVision, guys.
Okay, I was gonna ease into it.
So yeah, go ahead.
I'm just happy because we finally both seen it.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to talk about it. My nerdiness has been.
Yeah.
Nigga, don't look at me like that when I'm rubbing my hands together, nigga.
Well, no, because I was like, all right,
This
go.
nigga right here, not you.
Oh, he closes his eyes, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I was so anyway, I wanted to binge watch it because I just felt like that's how it's supposed to be watched. Yeah. Like, it's Marvel. I feel like you're supposed to just watch. Oh shit, Jesus, watch it all together. It's gonna be harder for me to not get into Falcon right away.
Right.
So I will say that. But anyway, so WandaVision. I had seen the first half of the episode, and then it was after dinner, so I passed the fuck out. And then we watched it last week. Was it? Yeah, last week, the first episode. After we recorded this episode.
Yeah.
So we watched the first episode. You left. I was like, all right, I'm in, because the second half of the episode. Well, I mean, you start noticing little things.
Yeah.
And then the second half of the episode. Oh, spoiler alert! Sorry, of course.
Oh yeah, we're getting to spoilers.
I'll mention in the bio. But yeah. So we get into I get into the second half of it, and I noticed like, okay, I was like, all right, now I have to pay attention. This is what I didn't watch, and bruh.
I love the fact that you were sending me voice notes as I'm like driving home, and I'm already in bed, and you're like, oh my god. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
So,
and you're mentioning little things. I'm like, yeah, all right, she's here.
So what was it? So the first one when Kitty is like, stop. She's like,
stop it,
stop it. And then that was very
telling.
No, it was very telling, and it didn't. What was it? Because flash forward, and we'll get more in depth into it when we get to it. But flash forward to when you start when Vision kind of catches on, and he taps in and out of minds.
Yeah. And
you see, and the one guy.
What, Indian dude?
Yeah, and he's kind of freaking out, and then in that moment, I'm like, that's what was happening with Kitty, because she just like, it was almost, because when I watched it, it reminded me of Stepford Wives when they started glitching, the robots started glitching and shit. So I'm just thinking like, I know these aren't robots, but like, why is she? I'm like, I know maybe the mind control, and then that confirmed it for me.
Yeah,
that it was like just glitching, because then Wanda probably got freaked out, and then whatever happened, whatever. So it was weird. So then he like saves the guy, his boss, and his boss is like, okay, like just back to normal.
Whoa, would you look at the time?
Yeah,
it was one of those.
What was it?
Shout out to K2, looking the exact fucking same as she did in that 70s
Kitty
show.
was,
holy shit. Mrs. Hart, by the way, if you don't know what we're talking about, she's Kitty on that 70s show. That's how you remember her.
Yeah, so Kitty was, I really don't remember her name, but she,
Deborah Jo Rupp.
You can see, I'm like, yeah, I know, like, I feel like it's Deborah. You can see that she has aged a little, but looks exactly the same.
Oh, makeup
plays
job
the
was
same
impeccable.
part. I seen her on another show where she wasn't like all smiles, Kitty, but she still had like that kind of spunk whenever she used to be mad at Red.
It's funny as fuck.
I fucking love her.
I love it. Her laugh.
But it was a strange episode, and I was just like, okay, after with the first half, I could understand why people were confused, and people were just like, what the fuck is this? But the second half, I'm sorry, I don't understand how people didn't see even like the commercial with the like, how do you not see the fucking octopus, the Hydra shit?
Because
like
at that point, wait, no, the first episode wasn't.
Oh no, it was the second one.
It was a toaster.
Oh, I'm thinking about the clone, I think. But no, the toaster.
Watch.
No, the watch. Sorry, that was the watch with the Hydra shit in the middle. No, it was just the Stark
toaster.
Yeah, Stark toaster. So, but that was like, that was a cute thing.
Yeah.
The Hydra was like, we got to talk about. There was one commercial that freaked me the fuck out.
Okay.
But the little kid dying on the island, that was just weird to me.
Which was supposed to be a metaphor of Wanda and Agatha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me a little bit, but I was just like, once Agatha's thing came out, I was like, oh, okay, we're skipping. So I just didn't understand why people didn't appreciate it.
I think they just, and I talked about this before at like a Facebook group, I think people have been so conditioned to binge that the people that weren't used to it just were seeing one episode and like, what the fuck is this? And just not focusing on like the little things they were mentioning. Like, you didn't pay attention to the toaster oven saying Stark Industries. You didn't pay attention to the ending where you see that they're literally in a TV show and someone is watching them. I think they just reacted like, oh, this is bullshit. I expected a fight scene. I expected these characters to come out of nowhere, and it's just a fucking 50s show. I just think those
like
people...
30 minutes.
Exactly. Those people just were so conditioned to binging everything that they couldn't stand the fact that...
I don't think it was the conditioning to binging. I think it was the conditioning to Marvel itself. I think that's what it was.
Well, if that's the case, then it's just like when you go into a movie, all you saw was the first 20 minutes of the movie. Like, let the rest of the shit play out. That's
my point. And that was, I told like several people, like, you just saw one episode. You like, and I hadn't seen it at that point. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know. And yeah, granted, like when I first seen like the first 10 minutes of it,
you didn't know what to make of it either.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I had my own theories. I have like fucking 20 of them from off of the trailer and off of hearing shit and the memes and stuff like that. But, sorry. but I just didn't understand it. And then the confusion on that just kept growing each fucking episode. I'm like, how does anybody hate this?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Everything. When you first see, like, at the end of the first episode,
Yeah.
like when you see the show ending and you see like they're being watched.
Yeah, which I
Like-
like how they tied that back later.
I didn't notice the fucking sword logo in the corner. I
peeped
just
it,
saw
yeah.
I just saw the girl's white hand fucking writing in a notebook and closing it.
Oh no! Whenever so I rewinded a little bit.
Yeah,
So
okay.
whenever there was anything like that with like the Stark toaster, I mean, you can see it says Stark or whatever.
I saw it said Stark Industries.
Like
yeah.
it's with the hand when it pulled back and you see like well it was Homegirl's hand.
Yeah, from the Thor movie.
Darcy.
Yeah, Kat Dennings.
Yeah, Darcy. So when you see like her hand, which we later found out it's Darcy's, I paused it and I was just like looking around and then I seen the sword.
Yeah.
But I was just like trying to observe things. I was like, what is this?
It's crazy.
I thought it was gonna be Hydra for a second. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's what I thought so
Well,
too.
I mean, I know why, but yeah.
You could have thought. Yeah, I would have thought. Anyone would have thought that shit. But I was fucking amazed because like I went on YouTube after that first episode just to see what stuff I didn't catch. Because there's always this one page that's like 28 Easter eggs that you didn't notice.
I did that with the boys.
I do that. So I'm just to
Yeah.
catch up, make sure I didn't miss anything.
Ooh, there's a new one, by the way. It shows Jensen as the new guy, but continue.
all
sorry.
right, I'm gonna check that. We'll check it on
Mhm.
break. I want to see that. But people on YouTube already knew that it was this chick. I'm like, how the fuck do y'all know just from that pale ass hand? People already knew it was her. It's like, yeah, this is gonna be Darcy. But I think maybe because they did some
research.
They did some
into it.
research and found out who the cast was. I think that's where it came out.
And who was probably part of filming.
Probably.
Because the article that the second episode is the I Love Lucy Dick Van Dyke shit or I think the first, whatever. So the second one I
60s.
did appreciate I did appreciate the little things that like Vision would do where it was very like that's why I think I don't know if I told or maybe the first episode I forgot what it was where I'm just like that was like Dick Van Dyke, like the little things he used to do, like the little head movements and little things like that.
Just carrying the newspaper.
That actor is just
Paul Bettany.
Love him.
Yeah, man,
love
he does
him
his
in,
research.
like, everything he does, but just the little things like that. And I had what was that? I think I had hit you up. And no, the first two episodes didn't really like. They were cool. They sparked my interest, but I think I started hitting you up once she was Dottie.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, who is this Dottie bitch?
That was the second episode.
The second episode. I was like, who is this Dottie bitch? And then all of a sudden, I had to rewind for this part too. The radio where we hear what's his name.
That was the second episode. That's Jimmy.
And that's what I was mentioning before about like when somebody had said the Darcy shit. The article when I read up, I'm like, when you had said his name, I'm like, that sounds so familiar. I looked it up. I was like, oh yeah, that's the cop. And you had mentioned Ant-Man.
And Ant-Man. Which again, after watching the second episode, everybody already knew that was his fucking voice. And I was like, all right, y'all just doing your research.
Well, no, the article, when I looked up, you can kind of hear it, but like when I looked it up, it did say like the article was from before the air date.
Got you. Okay.
It was saying like, oh yeah, he's slotted and to like appear on the show and shit like that.
So I'm thinking like, of course, all these people know this shit because they've done the research.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I don't like. I'll wait until the season's over to do the Easter egg hunt shit and like look and do research. I rather wait. I don't like doing before and like by episodes.
See, and like to me, that's such a Marvel fan, knowing that you're a huge Marvel fan as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I almost see it like, yo, you're crazy not wanting to watch these episodes and wait. And then I'm like, no, you know what? That's her style. It's exactly. And then I know niggas like Manny who don't even have fucking online, don't even jump on YouTube to watch a trailer. He's like, nope, I don't want to know anything.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I know. I don't like trailers.
Like,
I mean, like, they're
exactly,
cool
the same
if they're
way.
on the Mortal Kombat shit. I only saw half of it. And I was like, you know what? No. I usually don't look for trailers, so I'm good on that. Sometimes if I feel because I know I get myself in, I give myself anxiety over it. So I'm just like, I need to know what's happening. And I'm just like rocking back and forth and shit.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
So I know not to. I only seen the only part of the trailer that I seen for Falcon and for WandaVision was when I was at the bar and it played on TV.
Gotcha.
That was it.
Gotcha.
That was literally it. And I just like I'm trying not to look, and I kept looking up, and I was like, wait. And then it came back on again, and Remy was with me. I was like, Remy, do you see this? I was like, what is going on right now? Yeah. Somebody else at the table, shout out to Evie. She was, and she's a huge Marvel fan, and that night we had like this huge Marvel talk, and me and her like talking about like our theories on it. Cause then I'm like, I'm trying not to look. I don't want to know. But then I had like 5 theories right on the spot, just watching like 10 seconds of it. So anyway, the radio shit was insane. It wasn't crazy. It was what happened after that.
The hazmat suit?
It was, no, not that. It was, what was it?
Because that did it for me.
Technically, it was the beekeeper thing. It wasn't that. It was, what was, it was crazy. But it, when she, what was it? I think she like zoned in on Dottie, because Dottie kept like, she kept pushing it and pushing it, which was a little weird, and it almost seemed like there was an outside influence.
Yeah.
Up until the beekeeper came out, and then right then and there you're like, oh, she is actually doing all of this herself. And then it kind of brought me back to the first episode when she's like, Vision, help him. Like super serious, out of the tone of like the TV show and everything.
She controlled it. She was the director.
Yeah.
She told Vision to do this. Then the next episode, she fucking rewinded everything.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one, she just like did a quick camera cut.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay.
The rewind was insane. So for the Brady Bunch episode, the rewind, like when Vision is starting to like notice little things. Oh, the rewind for the beekeeper. That's like, okay, she has complete control. But when Dottie was questioning her, it almost seems like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? And like she smashed the glass, and she's just like, let's get blood, like, blood out of, all that shit.
Black and white.
The helicopter, which we find out what it was. It was supposed to be a droid. And what was the other one? Episode 3 was Brady Bunch, right?
Episode 3 was the Brady Bunch, yeah.
That, and then she
has her kids.
Yes. Was that episode 3?
Episode 3, because at the end of episode 2, she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Episode 3 is when Geraldine, aka Monica, helps her deliver the babies.
Yeah, the stork is fucking it was, it was comedic, like how Brady Bunch was. It's like all these situations that don't really just happen, and of course because she has all these powers, so everything's fucking going crazy. He's panicking. He's over here trying to get the doctor. The stork is just going around. I thought that was cute, the way it just kind of fit into like the painting of the wall.
Yeah.
And she doesn't point it out. She just like, oh, the crib, and like, oh, it's a baby's room and shit like that. But what was insane to me was like how fast. I'm just like, why is she? I was like, she's powerful, but like, Jesus Christ, like, why is she trying to like rush through the pregnancy?
Oh yeah, everything.
Yeah, and then the kids are getting bigger. No, I'm skipping to the next episode, but like it was. When Monica, that whole scene where she like just trips up and says something about her brother.
Yeah, Ultron.
And Ultron.
Yeah, which I like that part. Like they gave you 3 episodes about what was going on in Wanda's world, and then the 4th episode was basically just from the other side of things. How did this become to be? What are the people on the outside of this hex seeing? And then everybody being brought in, from Jimmy to Darcy, to the rest of, I guess, it's not FBI but a Sword. In themselves.
Yeah, Sword. Yeah,
Sword that built up the base around the town and everything like that, and then continuing to go from there, and then add in everything from bringing Pietro back, a different Pietro.
So yeah, that one, I thought that was really funny.
When you saw that, because how'd you feel when you first saw that?
I was actually really excited, just because I was a little disappointed that they didn't use him the first time around.
What do you mean when you say first time around? Meaning when?
Because I really liked him. I liked that. I liked the Fox X-Men.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Right.
I like, Peter. They just called him Peter. Right?
Yeah.
I liked him more, especially because that was just an easy connection who his father was.
Right.
And technically who her father is.
Yeah.
So I like that kind of like a tip of their hat to him, in a sense, where this is the brother, but it's not the same brother. Like some you know,
it was cool the way they made that
tip.
work.
Yeah, I love that shit. It was cool. And then they're just like, "What happened to your accent? What happened to your accent?"
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. And then like the kids growing up faster.
The beginning of episode 4 when they show you Monica's Monica, you find out that Monica was in the snap, and that she came back during the blip, and she's in the hospital, wakes up in the same room where her mother was in.
Yeah.
And you just
we had to like skip to like 5 and
we're
6.
we're jumping around everywhere.
Yeah. So episode 4.
Episode
Go,
4.
go. Episode 4.
Monica wakes up, and she's in the medical room.
Yeah.
Where her mom was when she was, 5 years ago before the snap, when she was in the hospital. She wakes up. This is the blip. Everybody's panicking because everybody is being snapped back in, and this is obviously during the fight with Thanos and the Avengers. So all this is going on, and it just shows all that madness. Everybody's blipping together. People are running, asking for their loved ones and shit.
You know what I pictured? What if somebody who was on the operating table got blipped out? Not just the doctor, because there's other people there that can stitch them up. The person wide open gets blipped out and all of a sudden blipped back in,
and their bodies opened up in the middle of surgery. Think about people that were on planes, people that were on ships.
No, but I'm talking about, like, I get blipped out and
That's me, sorry.
You got it? Anesthesia and all, and I'm wide open, and the doctor is just here doing surgery. All of a sudden, he's just
you blip out and you fall on top of somebody else that's being operated on. It's
just like they appear back on the table, or even if it's empty, they appear back on the table. Nobody else is in the operating room, and they're just wide open, sutures and everything, just
cut
wide
open,
and then it's just that like weird, oddly just popped up in my mind. But no, that shit was chaotic.
That makes a lot of crazy sense. Imagine how many different scenarios you'd be in if you were in the middle of that. People were probably fucking. People probably doing random shit. No, I'm just saying, like, wow. Imagine all this stuff that people would be doing.
Blipped back in,
and they get blipped back in, and you're naked, and you're.
You're naked, and imagine you're naked in what you thought was your bed, and since 5 years later, somebody else owns the house,
and you're just there, fucking dick out. You're in the kids' room. And all of a sudden, just kids are screaming. Yeah, man.
What if you were taking a shower?
Shit.
What if you're taking? Oh, shit. But what if you were taking a shower? You get blipped out. You blip back in, and it's somebody else in the shower. That's awkward.
Bro, so many. Wow,
taking
this
is
a whole nother thing. Now we can take this to.
You're taking a shit, get blipped out, blip back in, and what? Okay, what would happen?
Well,
somebody's shaving.
Yeah,
or something, like somebody else in the bathroom. I don't know, brushing their teeth or some shit, and you get blipped back in, and you're on the toilet, wouldn't like think you're holding a newspaper, and you're just like, hey. Let's
just that fucking Juan's in there taking his shit, and he gets snapped,
and then comes back 5 years later.
Whole new tenants in here.
Yeah,
and he's just, what the fuck?
Like, hi.
He's yelling for you. The room's not even this color. There's no fucking paintings on here. You're long gone.
Where's Cass? Babe.
No Cass. Meanwhile, some white guys like, babe. There's some Dominican dude taking his shit.
No, but it's fucking insane to think about. And they kind of showed people coming back. No, wait, did they?
In the hospital.
No, they kind of showed. No. I'm talking about like an Endgame.
Yeah,
they showed people.
Certain people.
Certain people, but they didn't show that. And I remember thinking, not this in depth, but like I remember thinking like, so I wonder like about all the other people. Did they just blip back like in their
everybody else would have had to blip back that same way. Yeah.
Because what was it? I don't remember if they showed it. Probably not. But Ant-Man, didn't he blip out on the roof? Right.
Ant-Man was blipped. Yeah, their car was
like
on
in the parking lot.
No, it wasn't him. His people that were with him. They all blipped.
Oh, he got stuck in the quantum.
Yeah,
yes. Okay.
They all blipped.
Yeah, but imagine they came back and they're right then. Like that's what I had pictured. I'm like, they probably just came back in the same spot.
Come to think of it, you know what?
What?
That was the first time we've ever seen anyone blip back. They never showed it in any other movie. Endgame.
That's what I'm trying to think.
Yeah, no one ever did. The only person that kind of did was when Hawkeye's wife called him. But that's the only. Everybody else, no one else that we see.
I don't.
Blip
yeah,
back.
that's what I was trying. Damn, I really should watch Endgame before I saw this.
No one blipped back. That was the first time we saw. That's why it was so cool because that was the first time we saw it. Like, oh, this is happening.
When the episode opens and you see the reverse blip.
Yeah, the blip.
I was so confused. So I'm just like, oh, hold on. I heard something in the thing, the mics. I was so confused because I thought it was like a new. I was like, oh, this is the intro now. I'm like, what? I was thoroughly confused. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then it made the connection because I haven't seen Endgame in 6 months or whatever. But like, yeah, what happened?
I was gonna say we did. I'm saying that we haven't seen it, but it actually did happen in the Spider-Man movie.
Oh, okay.
They did show people blipping back. Like there was
Yeah,
that one
'cause
scene
I'm thinking, like I remember people blimping back
in the auditorium. Like the band that had snapped, they were gone. All of a sudden, there's a basketball game going on. And they just show up out of nowhere.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah.
but it was different. It was like in the show, it was like a reverse effect of the snap.
Mm-hmm.
In like the Spider-Man movie, they just popped back on.
Yeah,
At least that's what I remember.
Okay.
It was just like a quick pop.
I know what scene you're talking about. That's why I was a little confused. I'm like, I don't remember an Endgame, but I feel like I saw. Okay.
We did see it.
But regardless, we're way too long on this. I thought that scene was just, it was amazing to see, just because we hadn't really seen it.
Yeah, a situation where it would have been hectic.
Yeah, especially like more than just what they had done.
Yeah.
Because I remember them. I just didn't know it was Spider-Man. I don't know why I was like fixated on Endgame, but like I remember seeing people kind of coming back, and like they're like, "What the fuck's going on?" And that's when they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm this, like we're different ages now. Well, I'm stuck. Like what was there? It was a joke about being left back on Spider-Man. Now I remember.
Yeah. Everybody went 5 years ahead. And shit
and they're like, "Holy shit! Like you're
wild.
taller and all this."
Like,
yeah, I remember.
You're out
that.
of fucking high school at that point.
Yeah, that's what they were complaining about. Like, technically, we should be able to drink right now. What was it? Spider-Man's friend was talking about that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But anyway,
no,
so
it's hectic as fuck, man. And then I'm imagining, because the hospital scene was so crazy, that shit you just said probably was happening when they blipped. They probably ran. That's why all the alarms were going off.
Yeah.
That's, oh my god, just the thought of that.
Just the chaos from that, and then so skipping ahead a little bit. So when she goes to Sword, I noticed this right away. Because I didn't know too much about Monica like that. I didn't realize that was Photon.
Yeah.
And then when she's walking through Sword, she kind of stops for a little bit, sees the picture of her mom, that nickname-wise, like in the quotations, Photon. So I peeped that, and I was like, all right, that's cool. That's a little foreshadow.
How long did it take you to get a feeling about Hayward being sketchy? The director, the white guy.
It was before. I think he was a little too fixated on. I noticed it was episodes in. I can't tell you what episode right now, but like he was a little too fixated on by any means necessary, and that's why I'm just thinking like, technically you're like Sword, like you're supposed to. It's not supposed to be by any means necessary. It's supposed to be the safest possible way to diffuse something, and you just want to go gun-ho.
Yeah, I mean, you're practically S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, you're about the people.
Yeah. That's why I was like stuttering. I was like, fuck, I forgot their name already. Yeah. So yeah, it's practically S.H.I.E.L.D., and that's why I just thought that was a little weird. I'm like, this guy from fucking Hydra? I'm like, what the fuck's going on? But yeah, that one kind of threw me off. But anyway, I didn't peep it in his first few episodes. Maybe the second episode he was in, or the third. I just don't remember which one it was.
And it was the fourth episode for me, when he was just talking to Monica. I'm just like, something's up with this guy. Like, it just didn't seem right.
No, I mean like the episode of him being on it, but I can't tell you what episode specifically. So it could have been like episode, I guess 6 maybe, or 7.
Yeah, we just start seeing him talk more, and you see more of his intentions.
Yeah. Or actually, it could have been 4. That was the end of 4 when they're outside of it, and she's like, no, like, stop, or whatever. Is that
4 is that the blip episode where you're seeing what's happening?
No, I know, but I'm talking about outside. Like, I mean, the end of it.
I don't remember the end of it.
Because I'm thinking when they're outside of the hex. Whatever scene that was, when they're outside of the hex, and I think, and then Monica's just like trying to, like, no, like, don't. Oh yeah, I think it's the end of the hex when she comes back out, and he like they send a droid in, and she's trying to talk to Wanda.
Yeah.
So then it's 4. Okay, so it's a lot happens in this episode. It wasn't a couple. It was that same episode by the end of it where he's like just talking about shooting her.
Yeah.
And Monica's like, no, what are you doing? And then Wanda just goes crazy, grabs it, and runs out. And she's like, leave me alone. Throws the shit at them, and then walks back in.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, okay, he's off.
Yeah, he's a little off.
Yeah, by the end of that episode, it's like trying to like fire on her, and Monica's like, you don't know what's gonna happen to everybody if she,
right?
Because I forgot how many people they said that were in the hex. It was a lot though.
Yeah, a whole fucking town full of people.
Yeah. So then I think what was it? So then Peter comes in, I think it's the Full House episode. Yeah, it's the Full House episode when they're outside. And what was it? She's talking. Vision is talking to Agatha and Herb.
Yeah.
And that whole moment, like, he's just cutting through the concrete.
Episode 3.
Because her powers are, like, bugging out.
Yeah.
So she's cutting through. That shit was fucking crazy. And he's starting to notice shit. And then they kind of just, like, do the TV thing. And he just forgets completely. And that happened again with the Brady Bunch. Episode 5, I'm trying to think of what happened. Episode 5, was that the Malcolm in the Middle?
I think that was a Halloween episode.
The Halloween episode, that one was fucking creepy.
Yeah.
When he goes to the edge of town?
Yeah, and you just start seeing, like, her powers are like, okay, how is she able to keep all this going on?
Yeah.
But then you're seeing, like, okay, there's, like, a woman, like, hanging clothes on a clothesline, but she's not moving.
And you see her cry?
And you see her cry, yeah. It's just like, all right, this is getting really, really
So,
crazy.
It's borderline, like, she has control, but that shit creeps me out. And she just kept doing this.
Yeah, and just crying, and just they're being held under control. But you could already tell when Vision did the thing to the guy in the other episode. Like, that gave you kind of an idea of what was going on. Yeah.
But just them
But
being
just
at the end of town, like, that was fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, it was wild.
Did you notice that they were all the people were just facing him at one point? Or I don't know, maybe I just didn't see it right.
No, I didn't catch that.
So the camera kind of goes back a little bit, and Vision's kind of just looking around at everything going on. This is right after he was trying to talk to the lady. And he's like, hello, and then nothing. At one point, it looks like they all just turned around, and they all just, like, are facing him.
You got quiet at that point, right? I think
it was already quiet. He was towards the end edge of town. This is right after the lady with crying with her arm going up and down.
I probably missed out on that part.
It looked like it. Like, it was in the background, kind of
just wild.
Like, it was out of focus.
Yeah, just wild fucking show, man. Just,
yeah,
I loved it. I was at that point, like, I was already hooked by the end of the second, so everything was, like, crazy to me.
Yeah, and then Peter going, like, the little comments that the kids picked up on, which that was the Halloween episode already. Still, I mean, with the that was the Malcolm in the Middle. That was a Halloween. That was Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah. In a sense, keep it going. They did 80s, and then I forgot what they did for 80s. Probably Full House, like you said.
That was the Full House.
Full House episode.
Because it was the Full House. Because it was 80s, but it wasn't just the time. These were actual shows that they were going by.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the first one, I think, was the first one, I think, was Dick Van Dyke. I Love Lucy, the first 2 episodes. The second episode was definitely Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the Halloween, the end of it, Agatha, that shit. No, not Agatha. With Pietro, like making that comment about, your husband can't die twice or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Forgot what it was. I thought that was pretty cool.
Very sketchy stuff too.
Little things he was pointing out, and like, how are you doing all of this? And she's just like, what? Then she finally opens up, and you hear her like talking about it. That was crazy.
Yeah, which at the time, like, if you're just thinking that he's nobody, like, he's really who he says he is, like, he's just a concerned brother.
Yeah,
but if you look at it the other way, it's like, oh, he's just fishing for information.
Yeah, but technically, that's what ended up happening.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny because it occurred to me by the next episode, what's happening, what's going on.
Yeah.
It occurs to me, like, he's not answering any of the questions she was asking.
Right.
He wasn't. He never really did. So then the next episode, which one was that? After Halloween? I'm
going to say either 6 or 7. I don't have that episode breakdown in front of me, so.
I think the Modern Family one.
Yeah. And that one I thought was really, really interesting because, in that type of show, they do the interviews.
Yeah.
And you can see her breaking down. Like, she's like, this is starting to get to her. Mm-hmm. You're seeing, like, the walls are changing.
Yeah, everything is glitching out, and it's because Vision. So at the end of it, the Halloween episode, when Vision at the edge of town, Agatha, I guess, comes out of her fake mind control. And then he's just like, he goes up, he starts walking through, and he gets through. But technically, that's when you realize that can't really, because that's what kind of set it off for me. I'm like, this can't be Vision then. And that's when I noticed, I'm like, that footage he showed of her going to his body, they never showed her leaving with the body.
Right. They made you think that though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he wanted them to think that.
Hayward. Right.
Yeah, Hayward. So when I was talking to you, I'm like, oh my God, what was one of my my text messages to you was like, wait, does she just have dead vision painted up like it, like, you know, in like her mind control shit where he's just like it's a dead body but acting like it's alive, like she gave his body life in a sense. Then I realized when he left the hex, he didn't go back to his dead self in a sense.
Right.
He was what is it called, digitizing and like breaking apart, disintegrating. There you go. He was disintegrating.
Yeah.
Which he wouldn't have done that.
Exactly. Yes.
He wouldn't have done that. And literally, like, you're seeing pieces of him flying off and going back into the hex. And he's trying to fight to get out of it. So it just made no sense. Because if he got out of it, he would have stuck his hand out and then that would have just went limp.
Yeah.
So that was the thing for me. I'm like, there's no way in hell he's doing all of this and still can't get out and is still, like, somewhat talking, somewhat alive. Yeah. And then she's freaking out. The hex gets larger. Then Darcy's get stuck in there, which I thought was hilarious because the whole interaction between Vision
and Darcy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he's trying to talk to her.
And then she finally has that conversation with him. She breaks down everything that happened. She lets him know, like, look, you died twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, she killed me?
Yeah.
That shit was funny.
Yeah, just like breaking all that down to him. How are we on time?
A little bit more.
Okay. No, I thought that shit was amazing. I thought I think one of the two unsung heroes comedically were Jimmy and Agatha. Yeah. I thought they brought a nice little comedic part to it. I thought the girl that played Agatha was fucking phenomenal.
Amazing.
Yeah,
she's the next dope. Episode when everything kind of just falls to, like, everything kind of just lines up. And then it was the next two episodes where it's just like, okay, here it goes.
She plays the great, like, wacky / nosy neighbor.
Yeah.
Who ended up being the supervillain the whole fucking time. Mm-hmm. And just the way that she was about her backstory, like when we get into the final episodes about how she became the way she is and how old she really is, where she's been from. Yeah. You know, like, I thought that was pretty cool, too. Because, you know, watching the show and, again, going through YouTube and seeing the memes, you start hearing, like, oh, that's got to be her. That's got to be. Because she's introduced as Agnes. She's, like I said, the nosy neighbor, the wacky neighbor. But everybody knew, like, yo, that's probably Agatha. And in the comics, she's like a really, really old witch, really wrinkled, gray hair and all that shit. But here, obviously, she's a young woman.
Which technically, she would, if she was young then, she'd still be young now.
Yeah, that too.
Because if she wouldn't just be old just because she is old.
Right. So I thought that they played that off well. I thought she was a great part. Great person to play that character, man. I think she did fucking phenomenal. And the whole fight at the end with everything and the two visions, like, it was really, really dope. Mm-hmm. I think everything came together really smoothly. It sucks that it's just a one and done type of deal, but I get it.
Yeah, it's just going to be one and done.
Introducing Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, it was just, it's supposed to play out like a movie in a sense. Yeah. Where movies are one and done in a sense. Like, she'll come back. But I love the fact that the husband that she kept talking about throughout the entire show
was Pietro.
Yeah.
Fucking Ralph Boner.
and Photon, or Monica, I don't know what she's going to go by now. But she's just like, there's something. And then she, like, her vision clicks and she sees it and she breaks it. He's like, what happened? He's just like snaps out of it and shit.
Don't hurt me.
Yeah. That shit was hilarious. What was it? When she's looking for the kids, that's when I was just like, ooh. Because I don't know the comics as far as, like, I know little things about Scarlet Witch, like her kids, but I didn't know about Agatha at all. Yeah. So when it came kind of like, oh, okay, because I figured there had to be a villain, and it couldn't just be Hayward. Like, there has to be some type of magical villain.
Yeah, on Wanda's level.
Yeah. There's no way that it would just be, Hayward and shit. So when Agatha came into the picture and then goes through all her memories, and she's just kind of like making fun of her, like when she was a kid, and they're just there, and she's like, okay, well, your parents, all that shit. And then skips forward to a bunch of different scenes, and like the one where like Vision just comes through the wall, like before they actually like get close. Forgot what end of the movie that would be for, but I just thought that was all dope.
No,
Going through all those scenes.
I had a debate with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't believe that in the second to last episode where they're doing a flashback of Wanda's childhood.
Yeah.
When the bomb blew up their parents, and then there's another Stark bomb that goes off, that doesn't go off, that gets stopped. The person thought that it was just a malfunction and that Wanda didn't have anything to do with that. And I was trying to tell him that no, Wanda did. And I think what they're trying to say is that Wanda always had these powers, but the Mind Stone just amplified it.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, no. Of
So
course, yeah.
he was saying like, no, I think it just stopped out of pure luck. I'm like, I gotta disagree with you. I think
No,
the reason she stuck her hand out,
Yeah.
she tried to stop it. She had the power, but he's like, then why didn't they show that at any other point during the show? I'm like,
Because
it probably wasn't needed.
Because if they showed it at any other point prior to the show, then that means that they would have to expand.
Yeah.
Then they would have to go down the whole, like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because they were focusing on so many different things. Granted, I think they should have shown, I feel like they took too long to get to Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Took way too long. Like, I think this was a proper introduction to her, even though it's a little too late, I think it was still good. I love the Vision before I get into the Vision thing. So I like Black Widow, right? We're finally getting that, I think next month or this month or whatever. No, May. We're getting that. I feel like they should have done it, but she's been around for so long that they've kind of covered some parts of her, like, intro. But now we're really going to see her intro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like with Scarlet Witch, like, if they showed that too early, I feel like this fits perfectly because now you have Agatha who's like, no, like, you're a witch.
Yeah.
Like, how do you not know, like, about the ruins and thing, like the Blockman, and she's confused.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
She never trained for it. She never had like a mentor.
Yep.
Like she just picked this up.
Which is technically the whole story behind Scarlet Witch. It's the type of witch that she is.
Right.
You're not supposed to be like, it's gonna just come out of nowhere, I guess, in a sense.
Now, does that technically make her a mutant? Because she was born with the powers? Because then that opens up a whole nother...
Well, technically, her father is a mutant.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay.
She wouldn't just be...
Because in the MCU, that hasn't been explored yet. The fact that people with powers are born with them. That hasn't been.
Oh, MCU. Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah,
that's what I meant.
I was looking at you like, what are you talking about?
No, yeah. Like,
my bad.
The fact that she's...
I was thinking about, like, comic books.
Oh, no, that's because that's the first mention in the MCU of anyone being born with powers.
Because she is, but Agatha... I think because they haven't explored mutants, technically mutants don't kind of exist in this world yet. So,
and that would be the first mention, right?
That would be the first mention,
Yeah.
yes. Because Agatha just sees her as a witch.
Yeah.
And in this book, it talks about the Scarlet Witch in that sense where it comes out of nowhere, not trained, whatever. But it's not taken into account that, yeah, her father is a mutant.
Yeah.
Her and her brother are mutants.
Yeah.
So... Yeah.
It's crazy. That book, by the way, is the missing book in the Doctor Strange movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which apparently is the big bad book of evil.
Yeah.
So that's crazy
I'm
to
sure. Wait.
Connect those two together.
Who has the book now?
Who has the book now? Scarlet Witch. At the end of the show.
That's right. Yeah.
At the end credits, she's seen.
She has it.
It's a fucking double of herself. She's just drinking coffee, and then they go into the other room, and you see like her. That end credit scene. Tell them, did you see that? They're in a cabin.
No.
There's a mid credit and an end credit. I'll explain it right now. I'll explain it. It's just,
no, I didn't. I saw the one with Proton. Oh shit. Okay, I mean Photon. Sorry, not Proton. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That'd be my superhero name.
Yeah.
Proton. Okay. All right. So the
Scene?
end credit scene. So the mid credit scene you saw was with Monica being called up.
The scroll going. Yeah.
Yeah, the scroll and everything, which was cool too. That was fucking awesome. Goes to show you just more proof that Nick Fury is up there.
Yeah.
So the end credit scene, you just see a drone kind of footage of, this thing flying over water through mountains and shit. Close into a cabin. Really fucking stunning scene too, visually. Goes into the cabin. You see Wanda just there, just drinking some coffee. She's by herself.
Yeah.
And then the camera moves into another room, and you see a double of Wanda, but she's dressed as Scarlet Witch, and she looks exactly like one page in the book where it's just like. She's floating in air.
Oh, yeah.
And she's got her hands out, and all the runes or whatever are around her, and she's just reading that book, like the pages are flipping automatically. So it's like her double is studying everything, and Wanda's just there on the other side drinking coffee. Like she's like telepathically learning the whole book.
It's, what did he call it? It was, I mean, it's part of the Doctor Strange shit. I
forget the name of the book, but it's a very evil book.
not the book. What the projection.
Oh, okay. Astral. I don't know.
It's like I think it's Astro.
Yeah, it's
I feel it starts with an A.
There you go. It is the Doctor Strange shit. Basically,
yeah, no,
it's
it
like
is.
Yourself.
Yeah, because she's learned how to do that. So she's literally following in the same paths of Doctor Strange.
I'm remembering the scene Doctor Strange.
So,
where he's studying at night.
Yeah.
Yes. Same shit. Yes.
Yeah. Because if anything, that could be her studying.
Yeah.
And then projecting herself, just sitting there drinking coffee, just in case if there's anybody who sneaks up.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Actually,
sense.
you explained it perfectly. That's exactly what it was. Yeah, that was the end credit scene.
We're about to break.
Yeah.
No, we stop.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm so mad I didn't see this.
I thought it was really funny because I remember Paul Bettany was talking, like he did an interview on a morning show. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So he was doing an interview on a morning show, and he was bragging about, like, you know, I'm going to be doing a scene pretty soon with someone that I've always wanted to work with, very, you know, highly respected, the dude that plays Vision. He was teasing on like a morning show.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to be getting to do a scene with someone who I respect highly. You know, I've never gotten the chance to work with him, but I've heard great things, and it's going to be amazing. And it's like, all right, this is probably means Doctor Strange. Come to find out, he really just meant he was going to be acting with himself. So he trolled everybody.
That is amazing. So the Vision thing.
Did you see it?
No, because
I'm sorry. I thought you were watching while I was talking.
No, I was waiting till, like, I was still listening to you.
Yeah.
But I'm talking, so you're good. I'll save it. It's fine.
Yeah.
So anyway, Vision. So that just, like, in that moment, I was just like, okay, now everything fucking makes sense. Like the whole, I mean, Hayward at this point, we already know.
You mean the conversation that the Visions had, or
no? Like when he just popped up.
Got you.
It made sense, like to me, where I just felt like there, despite like everybody saying like it would. Well, actually, it was Wanda that said it, right? Though that it would be like Luke type level.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just felt like nothing besides like maybe Doctor Strange popping up, which I thought
still
kind of
enough.
It wouldn't. No, not it being big enough. No, to me, just nobody else would make more sense than Vision himself. So because I'd already noticed, you know, the fact that he was disintegrating instead of just lying there because he's not a real body.
Yeah. So
of course he's just gonna just be there. He's lifeless.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, he doesn't have the Mind Stone to, you know, bring him about and all that shit. So I already figured, I'm like, okay, so that's not Vision. Technically, it's not Vision, but where is his body? And then bam, here we go. I really thought he's about to rip this bitch's head off, though.
Yeah,
or I thought it was really just gonna be like, oh, Marvel's getting super graphic
crunch
now.
her head in the.
Yeah, that shit. Oh God, that was rough.
A scary moment, and then
it was almost rough.
Just the cold fucking all white body, and then the even colder blue eyes. Yeah. Like it reminded me of a White Walker.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
Vision's a White Walker.
Yeah, I felt like it was almost like a nod to them.
In a way, yeah.
In a way, or maybe not.
Even though that was comics, because there is a White Vision in the comics.
Oh yeah, there is a White Vision.
So I thought that was interesting.
So never mind, it wasn't a nod to White Walker, but yeah, I guess like that was a nod to the comics, but at the same time, why would he be all white? Because he wasn't. Yeah, when they actually showed her like, I can't feel you. He's not a person, so he's not gonna just be gray. He's not gonna turn white.
He's just
that color, everything was just artificial. Just a
multi-billion-dollar piece of vibranium.
Yeah, he's like a robot. Like, essentially, he was a robot. So, it didn't make sense that he was white, but then I just figured that makes sense. The whole comic book, that makes a lot more sense. So anyway, all white, and then the fight scene was insane. But to skip all of that, when he finally when the fake Vision, I guess, you know, still being Vision as she knows him and creating him that way, he throws a question where he knows that I know I'm going to stop for this, so he's going to stop for this. Mm-hmm. And he just stops. He's like, all right, explain. And then he's like, oh, da-da-da-da-da-da. And then, you know, and Jarvis talk and all that shit.
That whole talk was insanely like...
Oh, my God.
That was just insane. Everything they were talking about, just the breakdown and being just as logical as possible.
Yeah, he was like... So break down this. Now understand that it kind of relates to what's going on. So this whole thing and the way he just kind of like woke him up and you see like everything coming together and he's just like, and then just disappears.
It really was just listening to two computers talk.
Pretty much,
It
yeah,
really was.
But like there was some emotion.
Yeah.
I mean, like Jarvis always had, even when he wasn't Vision, before he became Vision, always had
There was
some type
empathy.
of yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like Tony did kind of put something in there.
Yeah.
But I thought that was really cool, especially for Tony not having any feelings, which I always thought was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Watching Iron Man. But anyway, so I thought that whole thing was amazing. The only thing that I kind of was like merp about is that Vision is aware that Wanda's there, but doesn't just go to her. He just goes somewhere, which I know we're going to see where he goes.
Yeah.
That's going to come back.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he'll eventually, I guess, get to her. But I think because he finds out, I don't know, or actually, Darcy does tell Vision like all, what's happening. He probably just found out even about Tony dying.
Yeah, maybe he's going to check on that. Maybe we find them in another movie, kind of like when Hulk just left out of nowhere after Ultron, and then just showed up in Thor.
Oh no, that he's for sure going to pop up somewhere.
Yeah, if I'm taking my guess, I'm going to assume that he just shows up like for a cameo during the Doctor Strange movie, because that's when we'll see Wanda again.
Yeah, but it's going to be, it has to be around some type of. We're not going to get another Iron Man because technically that's where he would pop up. He is.
Yeah, in the multiverse. I can see that happening.
So, no. I mean, not in the multiverse thing. Just, like, that's somebody he would run to. If it's not going to be Wanda, it would be Tony.
Yeah, he'd probably go to see or go to Avengers Tower. Maybe there's a scene where he goes and sees all this shit, notices that it's all gone.
Maybe with Falcon.
Yeah. Because
technically, I guess.
I'm assuming that during that talk that he had with Darcy, she probably explained the snap and the blip. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming all that.
Yeah, like she had. That's what I'm thinking. Like, so if he's opening the real Vision's mind and telling him all of this, and like, well, computer to computer, telling him like everything that's happened, I would get that he would panic.
Yeah.
And just freak out. But like, who the fuck are you going to? Because if you know that Tony's dead, are you going to like, what's her name?
Darcy.
Peggy? Was it Peggy? His girl.
Oh, Pepper.
Pepper. No, I'm like, I never started to P.
Going to Pepper and then going to Happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Happy I see, Pepper I see. I still don't understand not going to Wanda, though. Especially since, like,
right.
You kind of died with her being right there. You died twice with her being right there.
Yeah.
So, but imagine dying and then, no, actually, he wouldn't remember the first time dying. I just realized that.
Right.
He wouldn't remember that because it was a rewind. But, like, imagine just, like, having to, you're alive again.
For a third time.
Yeah. But, like, well, you as far as you know, the second time.
Yes.
But being, like, knowing, like, finding out everything. Finding out that you're alive for the second time, that you just died. And then, yeah.
Yeah, no.
And then everybody, well, not everybody, but, like, Widow's gone. Captain Marvel's old somewhere. Fucking Tony's dead. Yeah. Your creator is dead.
Yeah.
Your girl just it fucking snapped. Like,
yeah.
It's crazy.
Which was crazy how, she was basically going through the 5 stages of grief in that last episode. Like, everything was just hitting all at once. That whole scene with the townspeople, basically breaking down to her about how they're feeling and the control that she has over them and how they're feeling all of her pain.
Yeah.
And then the one point where she kind of like, it all comes to like freaking her out like at a full level, and she's choking everybody and they're all suffocating. Mm-hmm. Like all that shit was
too
just
much, yeah.
It was too much, but it was also like just great to see like her going through the grief, acknowledging it, accepting it. Mm-hmm. To like the last scene with her saying goodbye to her kids and saying bye to Vision. Like all that was just like it completed the whole story arc that she was going through. I thought it was a nice touch. It was a good ending. I think it was one of the better endings that Marvel's had for their films or their TV shows in a while. I appreciate it.
I really kind of wish Vision went to her, though. The real Vision.
Yeah. I mean, but maybe that's a question that will get answered, at some point.
Yeah, but...
We just got to wait for it, yeah. I know, it's something that could have been like an obvious answer. Definitely.
Not an answer. I wouldn't... It's not like I'm not asking a question. But in that sense of like, damn, I kind of just... But he'll eventually pop up in the next maybe three movie shows later.
Yeah, I mean, he's still, as far as I know, he's still under contract for Marvel, so he'll show up again.
Yeah, no, there's no way that's gonna be the last fucking scene.
Yeah, that'd be super fucking weird way to fucking just see him go out like that.
So anyway, I think it was an amazing show. Fuck everybody who said that they hated it, because I don't understand how. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
It's a great show.
Like the commercials that kept getting weirder. The medicine commercial, the pill commercial, like Escape and the Nexus, which I thought was insane.
Yeah.
Like that little nod to Nexus. The kid dying, which I didn't understand, and then bam, they show Agatha and her history. Yeah. Which I'm like, I get it now.
Everything made sense in the scheme of things, and every Easter egg was there for a reason. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought it was a really fucked up commercial, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The shark's I'm thinking, the shark's looking out for the cat. At first, I thought the shark's going to eat him. Yeah. Then he's looking out for him. And then all of a sudden, but like, it kind of, how realistic is that when you can't open? Yeah. Or like, you get the string cheese, and you're just like, fucking
I've been there before. Oh, it's the worst.
Or like packet of ketchup. And you're just like, and you tear a little bit off, but you can't tear the whole thing off to open it. You know how many times I've just thrown the ketchup packet? I'm like, yo, fuck you. Fuck this shit. I'm not having ketchup then.
Fuck this ketchup. No, great fucking show, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would say Falcon Winter Soldier got a hard act to follow.
I think that is going to be
more action-packed.
Yes, because it's the whole... Who's going to be the next, like, Captain America.
Well,
I almost said Captain Marvel.
From the commercials I've seen, it looks like it's all Falcon.
I seen one trailer, but I stopped it. But, like, Bucky was holding it.
Everyone I've seen is Falcon is holding it.
Yeah, but because it makes more sense that Falcon would have it. I was reading this article on it. It makes more sense that Falcon would have it because technically he gave it to him.
Yeah, I was going to say, he handed it to him in Endgame.
Yeah, Steve did give it to him, but... Then there's this. I think there might be a struggle between both of them, especially for Bucky, who's his right hand.
Yeah, Bucky's is low-key hating. Bucky's low-key hating. He got the fucking metal arm. He could throw that shit back further than fucking Falcon ever could.
Yeah, so I think it might be some teaming up probably, but then I feel like a villain might get involved and try to like tear them apart and maybe pit them against each other or themselves.
Well, I mean, technically you're not wrong, because the villain in there is Zemo, who's pretty much the villain that ended up starting the whole Civil War in the first place.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think
So it could be a whole new thing of that. Just foreshadowing. I mean, maybe.
I never fully watched the trailer, so I didn't know that. I figured it's cool. I figured he would. That was a theory. I'm like, one of the villains might be. It makes sense, but no, I didn't know. No, it's okay. It's okay. No, because I seen some of the action scenes, but I never really watched a full trailer.
Yeah. I just know that they have a good It's gonna be a buddy cop show, pretty much. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, they have a little comedy chemistry between them. If you've seen the movies, like they get along. It's kind of like a love-hate relationship between the two of them.
I wonder how many episodes. Probably no more than 10.
No more than 10.
Yeah, it'll probably end up
around the same
8.
thing, which is fucking dope. And then I'm ready for like the What If series afterwards. I'm ready for all that shit, because they're gonna preview the Marvel Zombies. That's one of the things in there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's one of them. That one. So that's going to be fucking dope. I can't wait for that shit. But I'm definitely going to chill. I won't mention the show here. I'll just be like, yo, it's cool, or it's not cool, or I'm going through it.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I won't give away too much, because I'll just wait for you, and then we'll have another one of those nights again.
Spoilers have ended. I'm just going to put
spoiler time is over.
In the bio, I'm just going to be like, spoiler alert from this time to this time. I'm just going to do that.
Word. But overall, out of 10, I'm going to give that show 8.5. The series. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Around the same. Like a 7.5 to 8. Yeah. Like something like that. Yeah, because there was a lot of things that they could have done, but it still was an amazing show, I thought.
It was cool, yeah.
Yeah. I like the way that they went about it. I like the way that they were, a little ambiguous, especially in the beginning. And then you start, things are leaking here and there, and then the outside world is starting to get in, and then now you're, it's how they approached it little by little, and then bam, you see this bitch getting kicked out and into the real world.
Ambiguous, I like that. Good choice.
I think it was good.
Very
all right.
dope.
What else?
All right, man. I mean, that's all for nerdy shit. Let's get back into some music nerd shit.
Drake? As far as music, it's only Drake. That's it.
Is Drake? Oh, did you listen to the Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak record?
a little bit,
Silk
and
Sonic?
it sounded amazing, but I only listened to a little bit of it. So I
Okay.
can't
No,
really
it's just
comment.
it's fucking dope, and it's just the first single off a project. If it sounds anything like that, then we're in for a
Yeah,
fucking crazy ass summer.
I figured it's gonna be a lot of like live band shit.
Yeah.
So I
It's-
didn't know Bruno had his own band. I found out. I think Saint told me, or somebody at the Greenhouse told me that. I know Anderson, the Nationals,
Free Nationals.
Free Nationals. I
Yeah.
mean, I know they. He has
Yeah.
them, and a lot of what Anderson does is when Bruno's not doing his poppy shit. Yes, I guess sometimes like I've heard him with the band, but Anderson, he's a drummer, like he's a musician. So
Yeah.
I just I know he's gonna be on that type of wave. So I'm really excited about this
Yeah,
project.
and Bruno's last album had that whole New Jack Swing
yeah,
type of feel. So maybe he brings that back with this one. I think the whole little collab between them is gonna be something dope. I think it's gonna be great summer music.
I usually don't like listening to like singles when they come out. I like when I listen to albums, I just assume sometimes the artists are taking account of the what is it called? Damn it, the track listing.
Yeah.
So I feel like I should, if that's the order I need to listen to them in, that's what I'm going to listen to them
So it's
in.
kind of like a trailer with you. Like you'd rather not listen to the single,
Yeah.
aka the trailer. You want to wait till the whole thing's out. Yeah, I feel you on
Because
that.
I feel like there's just, it's going to build up too much, or like not build up too much, but I'd rather just watch
Digest
it
it all
or
whole.
listen to it for what it is instead of me thinking a million things going in. So yeah.
Yeah, because imagine that the rest of the album is nothing like that single.
Oh yeah, no,
Kind of kills the vibe,
I'd be pissed
Yeah.
actually.
which has happened a lot.
I heard part of Anderson and a little bit of Bruno. That's it.
That happens with a lot of albums. Like you hear one single, it's just like, oh, this is just the single to get us to buy the album. The rest of the shit is just like a lot more serious or a different tone altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which is always fucking weird to me. I never understand that.
I've been there.
So yeah, and then
Other
Drake,
than that,
which I don't really remember.
oh man, Mr. Do Right and Kill Everything dropped a 3-pack for us. Too much?
Mr. Do Right to Kill Everything. That's just funny. I haven't heard that one in a while. All right.
Do Right and Kill Everything. So he dropped a 3-pack, Scary Hours 2.
Yeah.
First song was, I guess, a leak single. Great
Sorry.
fucking single
Voice.
called What's Next.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, buddy. What's up? You saying hi to me now? Hi. He jumped up on me. Hey.
So cute,
So the
yeah.
song was called What's Next. I don't even know who made the fucking beat. It's got a fucking video game type of vibe to it, and Drake is just going off for like I think 3 minutes. You know, has a hook, has a bridge, kind of like the new style of beats and rhyming, and I liked it, man. This dude just pretty much floated on that shit
Yeah.
for that first one. I enjoyed it a lot. That's definitely gonna be getting a lot of play during the summer. Definitely something you can hear in the club, something you can drive to, something you can like hear at the layup line during games and shit. Like that's the one that you're gonna see everywhere. That song.
Yeah.
So that one was pretty just regular Drake doing what he does. I liked it. Second song, Wants and Needs,
Yeah.
featuring Little Baby. Woo, man. First of all, beat was cool. Nothing crazy. Drake's hook, catchy. His verse, the beginning of it, I've had different arguments already with a lot of my rap friends
Yeah.
where we can't agree if we liked Drake's beginning of the verse where it was just no drums and he just went on that little like something the comments, not a lot of
I kind of remember. Yeah.
leave me out the comments, not good nonsense. That shit to me, as a lyricist, I thought that shit was dope. I think it was an incredible flow to start the fucking verse. I thought it was really good. A lot of my other rap friends thought it was kind of whack, kind of just killed the vibe. You know, it's kind of 50-50 on that sense. But I think the star of that song was Lil Baby.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think Lil Baby went off.
did
I've
way better.
never heard Lil Baby spit that way. Maybe he has, but I thought it was fucking incredible. He just kept going, did not stop, and pretty much gave Drake a run for his money on that one.
Yeah.
And then third track.
I'm listening. Guys.
Oh, you play. Oh,
I
third
just,
track.
Yeah, try not.
yeah.
I'm trying not to like play it on here.
Third track was Lemon Pepper Freestyle featuring Rick Ross. Rick Ross and Drake pretty much always hit, man. I don't think I can call off the top of my head one bad song that both of them were on. Now, granted, this is one of those classic, like this could have been a timestamp record from Drake. This could have been fucking 12 a.m. and
Okay.
fucking
I'm good.
Dakota.
Yeah.
For all I care. I didn't really need Ross's verse on there. It was a good one, but I think Drake's verse alone killed this shit. I like the flow that he has now, where it's like a leave one bar silent, then rap 3 bars.
Oh yeah.
He's been doing that a
Been
lot
doing that for
lately.
a while. Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like, but it still works.
It's one of his styles that he revisits.
Yeah.
So
every now and then.
my opinion, I'm trying to You played it for me Saturday, I think.
On the car ride, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really remember. I just had to listen to it real quick. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, some static because my phone's right next to it.
No, this was that rich shit. This is homie talking that rich, thug, tough. I'm the illest. I got the most money. My house is bigger than yours. My car's taller than yours. My bitch is better than yours. Type of verse. I appreciated the fuck out of it. This is the shit talk Drake that I wanted to hear for a minute. Like it's not anything where he's like unsure of himself or he's getting into his feelings. Like he's like, nah, I'm the illest nigga around. I do this. I get this shit. I drop my kid off at school. While he's in school, I'm making $1 million. Then I go back and pick him up. Like that's grown man. Yeah. Like tough, rich shit. And I appreciated every fucking bar. I thought everything was dope. A couple corny lines, whatever, but I see what he was trying to get into. But I liked it a lot too. So I think as a 3-pack, it gave us a variety of everything other than R&B. But I wasn't mad at that. This was rap and Drake. I liked it, and I thought it was a strong showing for a 3-pack. Shows that he still got it. I think the Little Baby feature was rare because you don't see too many songs where Drake isn't the top guy in the song. Yeah, like Little Baby stole the show on that. I think it's very apparent, and it did a lot for Baby's career. I think it kind of catapulted him into even a bigger star at this point. I think from now on he's going to get more features and a lot more niggas going to be scared to go against him. Yeah.
So I don't have anything else to say. You said it all.
Shit, did I? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was about to start talking, and then I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, my bad, yo.
No, you're fine. Yeah, I have nothing else to say.
He killed it.
I don't think he killed it.
You don't think he killed that verse?
No. Wait, who?
Baby.
Oh, I was talking about the 3-pack.
Oh, you don't think the 3-pack was good?
No, I don't think the 3-pack was good. I think Lil Baby killed it. I think, he had more than a couple corny lines. He did. There was, you said everything I was going to say, so I don't know. I'm trying to think what else. Rick Ross, I think, was needed. I'm always down for some Drake and Rick Ross, just because that sparks like the 2010 me, and why not? Like 2010, 2011, I love it. The Paris Morton, yeah, thought that shit was dope. I like track 3 Drake, the Lemon Pepper. It's one of the Drakes that I like, along with the like Passion Fruit Drake. I really like that one. Okay. I'm not a fan of What's Next, which I think is the first track. Yeah. I didn't like him. The only thing I like about that second track is Lil Baby. That's it. Okay. The third one, I like that. I liked it. The 3-pack itself, though, I think it was honestly the 3-pack. I don't think there was a lot of thought put into it. It was just like, let's get something in there because Certified Lover Boy is not coming out anytime soon.
And because of the leak. So you think this was a rush job?
Not that it was rushed. I just don't. I don't think it was. I think it was them trying to be part of the leak, just because it's like, all right, well, we might as well just put it out then.
Okay. Now let's go back. Why didn't you think What's Next was a dope track?
I don't know. I just didn't like him.
You just didn't like any of it?
No. I mean, it's one of the Drakes that I'm like whatever about. Like it's just like that turn up, that like hype up, and I think I've already
no real substance.
Yeah, like I have, and that, because we all know there's many different Drakes, and that one Drake, which I don't know what to call him, Hype Drake?
Yeah, first single Drake. What? To me, first single type Drake, where he's just building up hype. So it's nothing of real substance.
He's dropped, I mean, like, no, it's not, I don't think, I wouldn't call him first single Drake.
This reminds me of, Trophies Drake. It reminds me of, what's the name of that song from the Take Care album, the single? I know way too many people here right now. Remember that was the first single? Yeah. Like you just put out a song that it sounds like that. You're just talking your shit real quick, and it's catchy. It's like a microwave type joint.
So what? That's Popcorn Drake?
That's what it felt like to me. Yeah.
So we can call pop. Okay.
Yeah.
Pop. Yeah, because it's sometimes a little poppy.
Because that's what it was.
It's not. All his first singles aren't like that, but in some cases his first singles are like that. Yeah. So. I wouldn't say first single Drake. I would Popcorn Drake. I can go with that. I guess it's Hype Drake. It's him being hype and his hype music.
It's like, him following today's trend. It's like it's him doing the version of what's hot today.
Yeah, but he's been doing it for years.
Of doing what's hot.
Yeah. So but I just think that I don't know what the fuck I was gonna say now. Fuck.
What, Popcorn?
Oh, I just don't. The first track to me, like I have what I like from that Drake, from Hype Drake, that I fuck with, but it's really not. It's not music that I will listen to. It's music that I'm gonna get hyped up about if it comes up at a party.
Yeah,
it's because it's not like I'm going to a lounge anytime soon. But
Yeah.
like back like when there was like I would go to lounges and like it was a Drake and it was like that's a song that's coming like zero from like the 0 to 100.
Yeah.
That it's one of those.
It's one of those joints. Yeah,
That
I
I'm
can see
never
that.
really gonna listen to, but
That's like the workout playlist song.
I would never work out to that. But yes, in that sense, yeah.
It's the hype one. Yeah, like you said.
It's hype Drake, yeah. I'm whatever about hype Drake. I mean, it does what it does, but it's to me, I'm like whatever about the track.
Yeah, Lemon Pepper has more substance.
Lemon Pepper, not even about substance. It's I don't know what Drake to call that one.
Well, that's the more lyrical. It's the more like.
No. Not, I mean, yeah, there's substance, but I don't. Not. I guess substance. I mean, I don't know if to call that substance Drake, because substance Drake would be like his freestyles to me. Where he's at, he wasn't saying that much. He was saying stuff. He wasn't saying that much. I've heard him say a lot more in other. I just don't know.
Yeah, when he has
what to call it.
More.
The Faces of Drake. Ooh, you should call that
Drake,
the
yeah.
episode that The Faces of Drake. This motherfucker has like so many different ones.
Yeah, his R&B bag, his introspective bag.
Yeah.
Because he gets introspective on Lemon Pepper as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's only a little bit. It's not. I mean, not that it's only a little bit, but to me, it's like it's almost where he tries to bridge the introspective with the vibe.
Yeah.
Because this is also kind of his vibe shit.
Like the hardest bar was like, I sent her the child support. She sent me the heart emoji.
Yeah.
Like that's pain right there. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
that's real shit right there. And we back. Okay, so kind of mixed reaction from me and Sade on the 3-pack.
I just didn't like the first two.
The first two? I think it was just the first one.
I know, and just the first one. Well, 1.5 because I wasn't really feeling his part of
Second track, Wants and Needs.
Wants and Needs there. I was like, I know it starts with a W. Lil Baby's, I'm not a huge Lil Baby fan, but I did fuck with it. Like I really did like his shit.
Yeah, I can respect the dopeness on the verse.
And then Lemon Pepper, I you know, like I fuck with that one.
Great name for
There's always a special, well, of course, and you got the Wing King there.
Yeah.
It's always a special part. That type of Drake.
For some reason.
Oh yeah.
I just see him at a table just.
Yeah, any type of like commercial, like the old commercials and shit of Wingstop. Yeah, they're like popping. I didn't even know when we moved here. There's one when we moved here. There's one that just opened up like 2 minutes away.
They're really good.
And then they're opening up another one. I think it's like by the greenhouse, unless it's already open.
I had them for Super Bowl. Just amazing wings. Oh.
Yeah, they're dope. So yeah, I that's it. I got nothing else.
That's
to say.
it. All right. Scary Hours 2, available on all streaming platforms. Yeah,
It's Drake. Yeah, I know where to find it.
It's Drake. D-Rag and kill everything. All right, moving on from that onto some more music.
Mm-hmm.
It's time. It's time for my favorite segment, Sade's favorite segment, my cat's favorite segment. Well, one of the cats. The other one's kind of like a cunt.
I love that word, cunt.
Cunt.
I don't know if people hate it. Cunt.
It's become very, very like offensive.
Cunt. There you go. I don't know how. I really do like curse words though.
The fact that you touched my nose, you little cunt.
No, because usually I go boop, and I was like cunt.
Cunt. I'm gonna do that next time.
To me, it's not. I didn't even get to touch him because he's a fucking scaredy cat. But like to me, it's not that cunt is like cute or anything, but it kind of is the way I see it. It's like a cute little word, cunt. I don't know.
It's kind of replaced slut as like the go-to like bad word to call a girl.
I know it's always been like the forbidden word.
Slut or cunt? Cunt, yeah.
Way more than slut.
Yeah.
Way more. I feel like no, it's always been that one word that like you can absolutely
not say. When
I say it, there are people that I guess I catch off guard, and either they laugh or like I can tell they're offended.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
it's just become that word. Yeah, I guess so. You're right. Actually, yeah, more than slut. You're right.
And I use it like I use shit.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, I haven't heard you say it too many times.
Not often, but like.
But then again, there's no reason for you to call me a cunt.
No. No, not like I don't use the words as much like
It's not like an everyday verbiage for you.
no, like when I say I use it like shit, like I don't call people cunts.
Okay.
Like if I were to drop this, be fucking cunt. Like
Okay, all right.
like that, like it just
Or cunty, like an adjective.
Well, that's I have to describe somebody.
Yeah, it's real cuntish or
Yeah.
cunty.
Yeah. If I like, if it's like during time of the month and I get, like really like, well, why the fuck at work? So after the fact, I'm like, I'm sorry. I was acting like real cunty. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And they just laughed. They're like, nah, it's cool.
Honestly, it's okay when you call yourself that, I guess.
What?
Yeah, when you say it that way, people are okay with that. I was acting like real cunty.
I don't know. I usually, when I say things, I never really take into account
Other people's feelings?
Yeah, and I think that's why I get. So what you're saying right now, I just looked at you like I don't know. I mean, I've noticed people's reactions when I say it, or I'm like, yo, like shut the like, or like just say I go call somebody a cunt, and they laugh about it because I get like, especially like if I'm taking out the word just because I've been told past few years, past like 10 years, then I need to watch what I say and think before I talk, which actually, you know what? Fuck that shit. Oh damn, I forgot to hit record on here. I just realized that the other day, I don't know why, because I was in the process of thinking before I say anything, because I was around somebody who's sensitive. And I'm thinking in my head, like that just, I got completely quiet and lost in my thoughts. They were just, everybody were like, Sade, are you good? And I literally was just like I had one of those TV shows where the guy just like looks off to the side and starts talking. And that was Scrubs was like that. I think it was Scrubs. So anyway, so I had that moment. I'm just like, people don't do this. People don't just think in their head exactly what they're going to say before they say it. Do people really do that?
Yeah, I have. I do all the time. I think it's a normal thing.
No, because everybody's just like in the past, like I told you, right? Like I was having a conversation with my mom. And I'm like, like I've gotten better. Like I kind of, think before I say anything. She's like, yeah, I guess you've gotten better.
I want to say that you've gotten better, but I also think that I've gotten better at just accepting it.
Yeah, but you don't know me. I started working on it way before I met you. Okay. So things will slip through the cracks.
Well, things always slip.
For the most part, for the most part, it's like I have to read the room instead of just spitting out. But it's hard. It's too much work sometimes.
I saw it a lot at first. I saw it the first time I saw it in in all its glory, or like the beginnings of it, was like, let me know when you find that light. That situation. And I was like, oh no, that was
But
that was the beginnings of it. Well, at least of me seeing it. I know that's always been there with you because you've been working on it, but that was me seeing it okay, I can see where this can go.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
There's just certain cases where I'm just like, you're pissing me off, or it's like, yo, you can't be this fucking stupid, bro. Like you can't. And that whole thing
was a mix of those two.
At that point, I was just like having to deal with somebody who can't find something that's right in front of them. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna. At that point, I don't care.
And worse when you're explaining it to them, like, yo, it's
behind the door. The light switch was behind the door right in front of her.
Right. And not knowing that there's another. I know. Yeah. I'm trying to be defensive. I'm trying to but I feel you.
You're trying to play devil's advocate when
I know,
there's really no. It's not because it's the person, but it's like devil's advocate when it's the door was right. There was a door right in front of her.
Yeah, and that person was thinking about the door downstairs.
The two doors that were downstairs,
not the one that you would have to go through first.
That have no light switches down there. There was never a time where anybody, the manager of the VFW or I, got a light switch, hit a light switch down there. All the lights are right there.
It's like if I tell you to close this window out there, and you actually you jump out of this window to close the window across the street.
It was like that.
It's like that. Yeah.
No, it's exactly like that.
No, nigga, the window that you're literally in front of right now.
At one point, didn't I close the door on her? I was just like, yo.
Nigga, you did. You walked up.
I know I walked up because I was like, bro, I can't. Like, how do you miss this whole fucking thing? Anyway, no, but there's like, you just, there's literally, I'm here. I'm her. The door is right here. The light switch is behind the door. I'm like, yeah, it's right behind the door.
It almost felt like the end of the first Saw movie when the guy just closes the door on someone and leaves them in the dark.
Game over.
No, I don't. I think I left the light on for her, but part of me, like when I went to go switch
Motel
it,
6 shit.
the other switch, because there's two there, the other switch was the lights downstairs. And for a second, I switched, like I did whatever that we needed. And I really wanted to turn the lights on her, off on her. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. That's sweet too. But anyway, so no, because I've been working on that for years, trying to like read the room, and then if I know like I'm around people that aren't as sensitive, like I know I can just say whatever, or just knowing like your listening party, knowing that I think I was talking about it with Saint and Villa, like knowing that there's other people around and taking in consideration, as much as you want to say this right now, don't, because it's gonna make the person look bad in front of everybody else.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So I'm getting better at that, but then it's very exhausting.
There's only so much that you can hold on. I think it was like last night or a couple nights ago, and I'm just like, I think it was last night, and that's when I was just like, yo, do people actually do this? I don't know. I mean, I just hope it doesn't catch up to you one day where you just like let off on someone at the wrong time, or because they came to you at the wrong time.
I have. It's been years of me doing this. I have.
But like it's building up, like to the point where it could happen again randomly.
No. So I figured, because that was when I was at school, when it just felt like everybody around me was sensitive, and on top of it, also at work where I just became a manager, and first working, it was everybody. Like I used to always get not talked down to, but like my managers talking shit to me, and me not. I never took it sensitive. I never took it to heart. But now having people work for me who take shit to heart, and
because they're not used to it.
Yeah, so little things like that, and I'm just like, yo, toughen the fuck up. Like, yeah, like, you know, a bunch of pussies and shit. I also got in trouble for calling my cooks pussies before. But anyway, so so it was a lot then, and then I exploded. I kind of blacked out a little bit. I didn't do anything crazy. I just like yelling and shit like that. But now if I'm around like you, if I'm around people I know who aren't sensitive, then it's like I can let off a little bit by a little bit.
I think me hanging
It's almost like holding onto a fart and just like boop, boop, boop.
That's a great analogy. That's great. I like that. I think me being around you more has definitely helped me deal with other people like that. And it's kind of made me be a lot less sensitive to like any type of shit like that. Just being around you. I think that's great for me.
You know what's funny? Now I kind of feel bad, actually. It's not really that funny. I just always assumed you had tough skin.
No, I do. It's just, it's gotten better.
Well, not like that you're like a pussy or anything. No, but like that, I don't know. I just always assumed, that's why I never really held back with you.
No, and you shouldn't. I appreciate it. Because it's not that I have tough skin. It's that I'm very, very good at taking criticism. Because I always want to learn more. I always want to know where I did wrong. I always want to know how I can improve. So I don't mind someone telling me, that shit wasn't great, or that shit sucked, or you could have done better. I'm perfectly fine with that because I want to hear that. I'm very tired of just getting the whole, like, I don't believe that everything is good. I don't believe that everything was great, everything worked here, or it sounded perfectly. I don't believe in that. So I want to hear, and I feel like if I don't get that, I feel like that person's not being genuine. So with you, you're always telling me the good stuff, or you might tell me the bad stuff first, but you always give me both sides.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to work on fixing the judgment between who I can be like that and who I can't be like that with.
It's just tough having to fucking keep that in your head, like, oh, with this person I can say this, but I can't be this.
No, it's exhausting as fuck. Welcome to my everyday life.
I can only be an 8 with this person. I can be a 10 with this person. He'll take it. Oh, I got to be a 3 with this person.
Yeah, it's
exhausting.
That's why Velvet thinks that I'm probably just better off working with rappers, since singers are normally more sensitive. And it's very, like, because I'm trying, like with Carter, I'm trying to be a little bit more sensitive. So, but one time I did talk to her. I was what was it? I had a meeting with Rivera about doing some logo work for him and like website shit. And she was there, and I said something very nice about pretty much saying like, now that's not going to work. but in a nice way. I don't remember exactly, but we're gonna go with that. But he flat out was just like, nah, homie, that's not like his Florida talk and shit. Like, nah, that's not gonna fucking work, whatever. And I laughed, and I'm like, see, that's what I really wanted to say, but I'm trying to do. And I told them what Velvet said, and she laughed. She's like, no, I can take it. But we literally call her Baby Bird at work. Like, she's a fucking gazelle. She's a giraffe. She's tall as shit and very, like, just gentle. But at the same time, so I feel like I don't want to break her spirits. But at the same time, I know at one point I might get a little.
But sometimes you also gotta be real with people. Be like, look, this is just like a small sample of what you'll get if you come into this industry. Like, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be like, no nonsense shit. Like, people are gonna be you're gonna be brutal. Yeah,
like my talk with this another rapper who's listening. I love you. Who's listening right now? Who I told you about off air. And I told him, like, all right, so how much involved do you want me to be? Like, do you want me to keep it real, or do you want me to just like to be there?
No, absolutely.
Because if you want me to keep it real, I might say some harsh shit.
Keep it real, because I'm sure you can take it.
Oh yeah, no, that's what he said. He was like, I'm good.
And if not, he should learn to take it, because it's just gonna get worse.
It was funny. I asked about his team. He was like, oh no, they're sensitive. I was like, okay, so no jokes, no jabs. I won't. Yeah. I was like, all right, now I know.
No comments.
I'll see this weekend. But oh yeah, that is this weekend.
That is this weekend. Yeah. I'll be seeing you after.
Yeah, and then what was I gonna say? Shit, there was something I was gonna say.
No, I just think
left my mind.
I think for me it's great. It's good to have people like that around you. And I appreciate it.
I remember.
I actually appreciate it. I think it's if anything, it's giving me thicker skin.
Yeah, like with the video shoot, there was a take that I wanted to redo, but in that moment, like I didn't. It was Saint's take of the greenhouse. Okay. And I knew that was like your vision, so I didn't want to like step in on that. So I just nodded. But LB, looking out for her man, she said something, and in my head, I'm like, thank God.
Oh, no, for future reference, you definitely should step in, because you're director.
Yeah. Like, I just didn't want to be like, I don't, like, because it wasn't that I didn't want to step in. It was me trying to think. I think I took too long trying to think of how to word it. Yeah. But then I thought about it afterward. I'm like, it's Saint. Like, Saint knows me.
And that was me stepping back, letting you do your thing, because I wanted you to speak up. I wanted you to be like, if you see something bad, like, say it. Because at the beginning, I was not paying attention at that specific moment that you said. I was seeing it, but at the same time, I was having a conversation with Villa, because I was assuming that you were right there. So I knew if you would have said something, then LB said something, I'm like, all right, you guys got it.
Yeah, no, because it took me too long, and then afterward, I'm like, why did I take that long? Yeah. It's Saint, like, no, but he's fine.
I got full trust in you. So if you see something.
I know, but I'm saying in regards of me, that I think, because after the shoot and after that moment of just like, why did I take so long? And then just thinking like how exhausting it is to consider other people's feelings. And in that moment, I'm like, does everybody do this? But then I realized, other people do consider other people's feelings. At the end of the day, like,
it's time, it's money, it's a lot of stuff being sacrificed. Like, we got to get it right. So we got no time for feelings.
True. Oh, okay. So then I have.
So look at it like that.
So I have the ring. Okay.
Yeah, no, I should. we didn't have that conversation. Like, no, yeah, exactly. We didn't have the conversation really, but I'm giving you free reign to be who you need to be. Like, do it. Like, especially for me. Like, if you see me slacking off, if you see me slacking off, like, I'm expecting you, like, as my friend and as my business partner, like, get the fuck up and do your job.
With you it's different. I have to just try to fit, because like. I'm trying to figure out, like, Saint, I know, like, Saint, that was, like, I don't know why, that was, like, super slow on my part, thinking, like, oh, how am I going to word this to Saint? Thinking, like, if I just told Saint to reshoot it, he would have reshot it. He would have not even need to see it and be like, okay, no. Be like, nah, I don't, because I really want to be like, nah, this is not going to work, let's do it again. And just take a shot, like, loosen up a little bit. Like, that's what I wanted to say, and in my mind, I'm like, should I reword this?
Well, it's kind of like the other thing we're talking about that I'm not going to say on here, but it's kind of like just I think you're overthinking your delivery. You know what you want to say. You know it's the right thing to say, but you're just like caught up on how to say it.
Yeah, it's delivery wise, because my delivery is very just I'm
direct,
kicking you in the face. Yeah,
and it can be, and sometimes the direct can be very harsh.
Yeah,
to the wrong person.
Yeah, so I'm trying to.
You're getting there, man. You're getting there. It's growth. It's range. It's change. You're maturing.
It's taking
You're
me
doing it.
forever to do it.
Give yourself more credit.
It's fucking exhausting.
Right.
But now that I know that I just...
Because you could be worse, so you're doing a hell of a lot better. Because
It could be
there's people that are much, much worse than you. Believe me.
Yeah, no,
That
I...
don't even know how to speak to niggas. They think that just because they're saying
Oh,
it,
no, that's different.
they think just because they're saying it, it's okay. No.
Yeah, that's people thinking that they know what they're fucking talking about.
Yeah.
No, because even, like, your listening party, Velvet meant, she was like, yeah, I was surprised. Like, she was like, I saw your face. I know you wanted to go off. I'm like, yeah, no, I did.
No, I feel you. Yeah. No,
But yeah.
You're getting there. You should be proud of yourself.
I am.
I'm proud of you.
Okay, so we're going to retry this?
Yeah.
Ready?
I'm proud of you, though.
Okay. Oh. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Are we, if you don't
Oh,
know.
my bad. I thought you were just going to hit it.
Oh,
By the way.
Hmm.
No, not shit.
No, just say it, weapon.
I shouted you out yesterday. You didn't say shit.
When?
IG. Nothing crazy. Just thank
Oh,
you.
the post?
Yeah, just thanked you.
Oh, I liked it. I was at work. My bad. Or was I at work?
I don't know what you were doing.
I don't know. The last 2 days have been, like, insane.
That's right. You did say that.
So I just... Because I'm...
That's why I said never mind.
I think because now, like, I feel back to normal. And Saturday was, like, confirmation that, like, nothing really got to me. So I'm like, okay, I'm back to normal now. I'm back to my cold-hearted shit. I'm good to go. So I really just overdid it the last 2 days.
No, I was just happy because it's been 2 months since the album been out. Just wanted to thank everybody again.
So are you mad at me now?
No, not at all. That's why I said never mind.
Oh yeah, no. I really didn't even look at my phone.
See,
Like I seen it hours later, and I liked it, but I was already like at work when I liked it.
This is me not being sensitive.
Oh, shit, I appreciate you. All right, ready?
I appreciate you, buddy.
And if you don't know,
Okay, I was like, wait,
No, it's all good.
panicked for a second.
That's right, people. It's If You Don't Know. It's America's favorite fucking segment. It's the world's favorite segment. It's India's favorite segment. It's Algeria's favorite segment because we were 3 last week and now we're 1 for some reason. I don't know. Fuck them other 2 niggas in Algeria.
What?
I'm just making shit up.
I was so confused at what
Oh
was
my
happening. No, you're good. Go ahead.
If you don't know, man, where we keep you in tune with the best and brightest underground acts that are coming inside and outside New Jersey that we feel you should be checking out, man. So for this week, we got another 2 great artists with great joints coming out. I'm going to go first.
Yeah.
And this one is a special one to me. It's my homie. He's got an album coming out in a few hours. Going to be on all streaming platforms. My man Obi Beatzz, a.k.a. Obi Beatzz, Abi Beatzz, as I like to call him. It's his birthday yesterday, actually.
Happy belated.
Happy belated, homie. He's in Vegas right now partying up with his girl. Shout out to her. She hit me up a few weeks ago to do a happy birthday video message.
Oh, nice.
I did that. Did not know she was going to post it on Facebook. So got me looking crazy with the hair.
Oh, shit. Damn.
No, I put a beanie on, but the hair was sticking out, so I looked just wild in the morning. It's like I did it at 8 in the morning and sent it over. But anyways, he's got his album coming out called Now and Then. And he dropped the first single, I believe, last week, about a week and a half ago, titled Yeah, Yeah. This project has been like a passion project for Obi. He's been in groups. He's produced.
Yeah.
He's engineered.
Now I can't stop
I know.
saying it.
Yeah, yeah. I've been singing it all the time. It's catchy, man.
Yeah.
And he's finally made the album that
the
he's
word
wanted to make.
itself, I can't stop
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
it.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
that's exactly what it
Yeah.
is. And I'm just proud of him, man, for getting this stuff out and having the inspiration to just make an album and just get on his grown man shit, man. And hopefully this leads to more music from him. So it's the first single. Definitely I would not have expected to have an Obi album. But again, this is what he always wanted to make. So I'm fucking rocking with it, man. So it's produced by Dream Life Beats. The whole album is produced by Dream Life Beats. I'm featured on it as well as some other artists. It's out at midnight. Let's get into it.
So I was going to play in the background. Like,
it's like, yeah, yeah, I am the shit, she on my dick, like, yeah, yeah, minding my biz, fly as a bitch, like, yeah, yeah, I want the dough, she on the flow, like, yeah, yeah, all in my own, all in my zone, like, yeah, yeah, I am the shit, she on my dick, like, yeah, yeah, minding my biz, fly as a bitch, like, yeah, yeah, hey, I want the dough, she on the flow, like, yeah, yeah. And when she drop it, she pop it like, yeah, yeah. Up in the mix, I am so lit, riding
Go ahead, Obi, with your auto-tune ass. Go ahead.
Trying to sound like all you kids, yeah. Just having fun with the flow. Back in
Fun with the flow.
you already know. Roll up a joint, blow out the smoke. Life is too short, get in your zone, yeah. This is the anthem for all of my dudes. Minding your biz, do what you do. Smoking that loud, getting them views like, nobody can tell you that you gotta change. Living your truth, this is your way. All of my own, this is my lane. This is me. I'm on the mic, I say it twice. Like how it sound, you pay the price. I want a shot, you gon' get life like blah, blah. Hey, up in my 30s, I'm doing the most. Honing my craft, I am the GOAT. Building my credit, hitting them goals. Yeah. I am the shit.
Trying to
She on my
listen to
dick,
you.
like, yeah. Minding my biz, fly as a bitch, like, yeah. I want the dough, she on the flow, like, yeah.
No,
All in my
you need to
own,
go,
all in my zone, like, yeah.
Like,
I
I
am
can't
the
describe
shit,
it.
she on my dick, like, yeah. Minding my biz, fly as a bitch, like, yeah. Hey, I want the dough, she on the flow, like, yeah.
All right.
All right, man. That was, if you didn't know, yeah, by Obi Beatzz, aka Beatzz. The album Now and Then is going to be available on all streaming platforms midnight tonight. That's March 12th. And happy belated, man. And be on the lookout for Kick and Snare too, and other shit that me and Obi will be doing, man. So yeah, that was, if you don't know, Beatzz, yeah. Sade, who you got?
All right. So I have IV, but just IV, like 6.
You mean like 4?
4. Sorry. Ooh. Sorry. I was looking right at it too.
No, it's okay.
Sorry.
Wow.
So 4.
Yeah, you always mess up a name. Roman numerals.
Sorry. I'm probably dyslexic. Who knows? So anyway. So IVJ or 4. It has to be IVJ. It's a girl.
IVJ. Could it be 4J?
I don't think it was 4J.
I'm just playing.
It has to be IV.
IVJ.
I feel like IV, it sounds better. But like aesthetically, there's no Y, so it's like Roman numeral.
IVJ, gotcha.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so I found her on. So remember Sade P?
Yes.
He creates for
Shout out to Sade P.
Digilog, and he has his own thing with this Renaissance, I believe, the kind of like his label that he's on, and so he curated the playlist for Digilog, and they had posted about it a while ago, like not that long ago, and I think it's on Audio Mac. You can find it. So
yes.
She was one of the picks that they had. They just posted like a few people that they had on the playlist, and this is not the song that's on there, but I liked her voice. Couldn't really find the song. Actually, I mean, I found it on the Audio Mac, but I couldn't find it. But like I came across this on her YouTube, and I thought this was fucking fire.
Oh, dope. Okay.
So this is I'm Ready. Let me just open it up real quick. The video.
Oh, she ready.
This is the live performance, and they made it into like a.
Let me see this.
Tell me that I'm way too insecure. I tell you that you way too immature. But it don't have to be like that. I feel like you don't know how to act. But I just keep on coming back. No, it don't have to be like that. I always feel like I'm always chasing, always racing love. My all, tell me, am I not enough? But you're way too comfortable.
And then this.
Think I won't let you go, but I'm already. Yes, I'm ready. But you're way too comfortable. Think I won't let you go, but I'm already. Yes, I'm ready. But since I'm not the one, I'm undone. But I'll be fine by the morning. You gon' miss me when I'm gone tonight. Don't switch up and call my phone. You can't mistreat me to say you need me. That's so misleading and ugly. Don't say you love me unless you're all in. I need all or nothing. I always feel like I'm always chasing, always racing love. And I gave my all, tell me, am I not enough? you're way too comfortable. Think I won't let you go, but I'm already. Yes, I'm ready.
I'm ready
So
too.
that was IBJ with I'm Ready off her album that just dropped.
I'm ready for more.
And Fifth Element. And then I noticed that she is signed to Atlantic.
Atlantic?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Atlantic. She's been signed to them. They have like an about on her shit on the Apple. She got signed 2018.
Oh, what's up, man?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. They didn't say, it doesn't say when she got signed.
Oh, either way, shout out to her, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Major label things.
Mhm.
Shout out to IVJ. And shout out to IVJ and Abi Beatzz, aka Obi Beatzz, our alumni this week for If You Don't Know.
Mhm.
And just a reminder, we do not own the rights to any of this motherfucking music. We are simply showing love, giving a little exposure out. We
Oh,
hear
yeah,
your dope
2018.
shit. We want to share it. That's pretty much where it begins and ends. So if y'all
Get
want to
the
hear more of
fuck
this shit,
out.
okay, what's up?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
She got signed in 2018.
Okay.
16.
So she's youngin'. Okay. So
Only
that would make
19.
her 19. Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's what's up.
I mean,
Well,
she looks like
she
a
looked
baby.
young.
She
Yeah,
looks
she
like a
looked young.
baby, but I just figured she had a baby face.
It's crazy. The curls, like, just, you know.
Yeah,
Make her
she
look older, but- Oh, let me see that picture.
her recent track
Oh,
that she
yeah,
just
no,
put
no,
out
you can just
is
tell.
an acoustic version of one of her like previous release songs, and then I think she has a couple videos up and shit.
Nah, you can tell. No, she's young. She's cute.
Because
That's
I
what's up, man.
wondered, I didn't know she was signed. I saw like her numbers are up there,
Yeah.
but yeah, she's signed.
Oh, that's
pretty
what's up.
fire,
Much
though.
love to IVJ, man. She sounded
Mhm.
great. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I like the video too. Very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. Oh, like I was saying before, yeah, we don't own the rights to the music, but it will be available on our Spotify and Apple playlist about
Yeah.
If You Don't Know artists. We always update those with the last 10, right?
Yeah, last 10
The last,
episodes.
Last 10 episodes, so she will be up on there.
Some of them are a little off just because if by mistake we played somebody who's not, because what was it, when I had Day Parquet?
Oh, he wasn't
He has
available
a
on that?
video. He has a video out, and that's it. The
Gotcha.
actual song, for some reason, is not available anywhere. So that's obviously missing from the playlist. So there's like little things,
Little
or
things like that.
yeah,
All right, but other than that, everybody else should be on the there
Mm-hmm.
for the past episodes. Yeah, man, and that's If You Don't Know. You already know we give you a fresh batch of new artists to listen to that you may not be in tune to. But again, if you listen to them, find them, you like them, download an
Mm-hmm.
album, buy an album, stream it, whatever you want to do. Become a fan, follow them on IG. It's all good. If you want to check out Obi, he's at OBB.
it'll be in the
EATZZ.
it'll be in the bio.
It'll be in the bio as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to IVJ and Obi Beatzz.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
This was an interesting episode.
Mm-hmm.
I like when I'm in very zen-like, chill mode.
Mm-hmm.
This was great. We got to further explore the root of your delivery issues.
Yeah.
That's always good. You'll work on it. You'll get better. I have faith in you.
I don't think I really want to. I guess I have to though.
I think it's all part of you growing up.
Whatever.
You say whatever now, but I think you're gonna end up being a great.
Cut.
You're gonna be able to. Yeah.
It's warming up to it.
Yeah. Next time, I want to see you do it to someone. Next time, just be like, "Hey, cunt,
You want me to boop their nose?
Yeah.
You're like, cut.
cunt."
All right.
That was good. The Faces of Drake.
Who should I do?
Nah, well, that's up to you. And if I don't see it, just let me know how it went.
I'll have it recorded.
Yeah. There's not a guy name for that where I can just go up to somebody and just be like, asshole.
I mean, there's some guys I can call cunts.
Fucktard.
Fucked hard. All right. Anything else? Closing notes?
Nah, man, just excited. Excited
Mhm.
to be working. Excited that all the artists around me are dropping dope music.
Yep.
And shout out to K Poetic, dope fucking album.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's been dropping music, man.
Did
Relentlessly.
we shout
and
out
just-
K or no?
I think we talked about him before. He's got a video dropping tonight as well for his single "Walking in My Purpose" featuring his brother Olive.
Nice. Yeah, that's right.
By
yeah.
the way, he's a twin. Inside joke.
I fucking hate you.
He's a twin. If you didn't
Yeah.
know.
Shout out to K. Shout out to O.
Oh my God, you're a twin.
See, I
Alright,
edit that out.
yeah,
edit that out.
Edit it out. Edit this nigga out. Mask this nigga out the fucking frame too. I'm tired. Sick of this nigga, man.
Shit, what was I gonna say?
I got no closing thoughts. You got
Beautiful Dystopia out everywhere. All of our friends are dropping. Trill and Prospect dropped some shit.
Heart of War.
Yes, Heart of War.
K-Pro.
Saint hasn't dropped yet. Neon Aqua Pussy out everywhere.
Well, Saint dropped
Nova out everywhere. Honestly, and you can get the rest of S-Doubles, Flood, a little, sprinkled here and
shout
there.
out to Trip, EBF, dropped their project, the compilation.
I think they
project.
just dropped a video too.
They dropped a video. K-Pro dropping a video.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a bunch of other people. Jack the Wrestling Drummer, he's dropping something on 3/16. Beautiful Holiday.
Guess with the extra 8 tracks, I think. Right? 8 or 9.
Pale Horse too.
Yeah.
That dropped on Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody's just been working, man. That's what you want to see, and that's how everybody else gets better.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game here. That's how we all uplift each other.
Yeah.
Other than that, no, I think we are
good to go.
Good. If we did forget anybody else, I'm sorry. It's just that we all drop fucking music. Just that's how it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm good. You got any?
Nope.
Closing notes. All right. So at the Lyrical Fix Pod on IG, at Lyrical Fix on Twitter, Lyrical Fix Podcast on Facebook. Check us out on Anchor, Audio Mac, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher. Make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe. Give us those 5-star ratings. Keep us hot out on these podcast streets. We have been your motherfucking host with the most.
What is going on with you?
I don't know. I run out.
It's your host, Sade.
And it's your host, Kid Pro.
And that's a wrap.
This has been
I don't know
episode
what's
79, and we want
I don't
to
know
thank
if I like
everybody.
Zen Pro. This is like really weird. I don't know what's going on right now. We're available everywhere.
We're available everywhere. It's a great show. I think it's
You're not even pick. Okay, go ahead.
I'm not.
No, you're good. You're good. You don't have to adjust anything. I adjusted. You're good. Okay, peace. That's it. It's taking forever to end this. Good. I don't know what is going on right now.
Peace.
Okay. What is going on?